Viven en un country. Andan en BMW para arriba. Los fines de semana se cogen a las mejores minas. Morfan bien todos los días. El día anterior al partido durmieron tranquilamente en un hotel 5 estrellas y se rascaron la verga durante 24 horas sin hacer nada, jugando al ping-pong y al pool y a la play. Juegan al fútbol todos los días de su vida. Los botines, $6.000, $5.000, no sé cuánto salen, ponele 3.000 mangos, 4.000 mangos, están vendados por un kinesiólogo. Están bien comidos, están bien entrenados, las medias que son las que no te cortan la circulación, los pantaloncitos que son los de los huevos que no te raspan los huevos, la camiseta te estira la espalda, es la que no transpira, que sale 800 pesos, no sé cuánto sale una camiseta para jugar al fútbol. La pelota es perfecta, 120 euros, inflada con un barómetro a 8 bares, la cancha no tiene un solo pozo, el arco tiene 7,20 metros por 2,40. Te aplauden cuando salís a la cancha. La concha de tu madre, ¿no sabés parar una pelota? ¿Le vas a pagar al arco y la tirás a la mierda? ¿Le vas a hacer un pase a tu compañero que está a 1 metro? Y haces así, se la pasás mal. Hijo de puta, eso me puede pasar a mí con esta panza. No hago...
So, I would say good evening. It's not a good evening because Chelsea, proper Chelsea, up the Chelsea. Spurs, yes, top Spurs. Yeah, Spurs. Yeah, mate tax. Yeah, it's just who we are, mate. Second season, mate. And Manchester United have all made it to a final. Manchester United and Spurs, one of them will be going to another final after that in the UEFA Super Cup. But don't worry, guys. Yeah, doesn't matter. Trophies don't matter anymore. Yeah, we've got Super Duper Mick. He's one of the best tactical managers in world football. He just needs a striker. Crystal Palace in a final. Wow. Liverpool have made a final and walked the league, literally. Man City, worst Man City team in a decade in a final, guys. Newcastle already won a trophy, beating Liverpool. Something we ain't done for time. But anyway, we're the only top 6, big 6, whatever you want to call it, team that has not made a final. And nobody appears to be upset, hurt, angry, just lost, walking around, pacing up and down the gaff, thinking, what the fuck? I was watching that Tottenham game and I was like, it was mad because I went to the bathroom as they were saying, they were waffling on that corner, taking forever on the corner. I thought, fuck it, I'll go bathroom. I come back and it showed the subs, so they take the score away and the timer. Yeah, and I was like, right, we need a goal. Come on, Bodo Glimt get 1 goal, they'll fold. Yeah, as soon as they showed tell on the thing, I was like, when did they fucking score? I was like, it's done. Yeah, it is what it is. Elite panel, Matty, Aaron, DJ, big up the chat. Bless up Potsy for the raid. We've already got 974 inside. Bless up Jezza in the chat as well. Jez, if you're free, jump on. I'm not going to be live forever. I'm not doing one of them once again. Yeah, I'll be real. Bless up to everyone who locked in, yeah? 14 hours, 19 minutes, yeah? But unfortunately, I never knew this until today. YouTube can only post out 12 hours max. So they chopped off the last 2 hours or so of my stream.
No way.
Yeah, they chopped off, like, it's only a 12-hour archive they have. I didn't know that. So it's 11 hours 55 on the dot, but it was 14 hours, 19.
I did about 7:30, didn't I? I think about 7:15.
Yeah, you jumped on, Cole jumped on, Shane jumped on, everyone jumped on, Daps jumped on. Yeah, everyone was there. Everyone, all the real ones. But listen, bless up to everybody locks in. Matty, how are you feeling, man? Because listen, like you said to me earlier, I think it was in somebody's chat. I think it was my chat or Dan's chat. I can't remember. Either way, you said you met a Crystal Palace fan earlier.
Yeah, man. So today I had to.
You don't see many of them in America.
Yeah, that was crazy on a farm in South Georgia. So I was working today at a chicken farm actually, and
man, like the Venkies.
Yeah, man, the Venkies. Yeah. And so he got to talking, man, and I it's funny, chatting with you all now. I hear the dialect, the difference in the dialect. And I said, you sound like you got a London accent. And he said, yeah, man, I'm from London. And I said, oh, okay. Well, who you support? He said, I'm a Palace fan. He said, are you a Palace fan? I said, nah. I said, but I watch Palace from time to time. I said, I'm an Arsenal fan. And he just looked at me. He said, "Ooh," he said, "It's about time for another voice in the locker room, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Eh?"
Wow.
Yeah. People know, man. People look. You know, I wished him well on his game in a couple of weeks. You know, he's pumped up and excited. I said, wouldn't it be something crazy if Palace and Newcastle both win trophies this year? That would be absolutely crazy. Newcastle and Palace. And for some of this fan base, what happens if Spurs win a trophy this year? What happens if they win a trophy?
Matty, what happens if 3 London clubs win a trophy this year and not one of them's Arsenal?
It's time for a reality check at this football club. It's time for a reality check. Lee, I've got some audio here if you don't mind me playing. I've got some audio here.
Yeah, go on, man. Then I'll bring DJB and Aaron in. Go on, play the audio, man.
And that'll give DJB the countdown.
Smash the likes up as well. 1,300.
He's looking today already, so that'll give him.
Man, he's got his Michelin stars today, mate. Listen, standing ovation for DJB. Standing ovation for DJB today, mate. Top gooners in the mud.
I'm all blessed, man. I'm all blessed.
All right, here we go. This is a couple of this
I'm
one
humble.
is 2 parts, and then I got some other ones I'm gonna play here for you.
The match starts here for PSG against Arsenal. PSG clinching their ticket to this year's Champions League final, beating Arsenal 2-1 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. But not to worry, Arsenal coach Mikel Arteta has taken it on the chin and said that his team were the best in the competition. He said, I'm very proud of the players, 100%. I don't think there's been a better team than Arsenal in the competition from what I've seen, but we are out. This competition is about the boxes, and in both boxes are the strikers and the goalkeepers, and theirs were the best in both games. Craig's still with us here. It's a bit contradictory in itself, that quote, Craig.
Hey, Burley.
I'm interested to know what you thought of it.
Well, I saw that last night just before I got on the flight to come here, and I was like, this guy just can't help himself. It's absolutely bonkers. I mean, they've not been the best team in this competition. They played their best football in this competition, but their best football has not been great. That's why Stevie's Liverpool has won the league basically on one leg at the end. They have played some decent football in this competition, but they haven't been the best. They're not in the final. They got knocked out in the semi-final. Did they watch PSG take Liverpool apart over 2 games? Did they watch this magnificent semi-final with 13 goals in it, Inter Milan against Barcelona? He's like a character from The Office, isn't he? He just comes out with these ridiculous comments. It's a bit like the Amazon documentary he did when he had the light bulb and he said, this light bulb doesn't work if it's not connected. No way. Who would have thought that? You could almost see the players sniggering in the background. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You made a good fist of it. You had some injuries. You missed some chances. Things could have gone differently, but PSG are a better side and you're out. And I think 2 words that have been brandished about towards the end of this season, towards some of the Arsenal players and towards 1 or 2 others maybe outside Arsenal, stay humble. And Mikel Arteta certainly wasn't that in defeat.
Yeah.
Nobody's interested in what your XG is after a game. Nobody. Maybe 1 or 2 boffins want to roll it out, and I get that. It's a stat that can tell you somewhat of a story, but it doesn't tell you the whole story. And it's not that little thing at the top of the screen with the scoreline, which is the most important thing. So I'm absolutely fed up of this Arsenal side, who there's a lot to like about them, because they are a side that he's built into. To be fair to him, he's built a side that's missing a piece or two, that's challenging in the Champions League and has challenged and should be challenged in the Premier League. But I think everybody's getting fed up of the referees, the PGMOL, the injuries, everything's against us, the bookings early in the season. Why did Declan Rice get booked for that? And Joe Bloggs at Wolves didn't get booked for that. At the end of the day, he's going to be judged on trophies and on results, not on a stat that tells you how they created any amount of chances in the box. And Stephen's right. If he just come out and said, you know what, I want to keep this brief, lads. We gave it our best shot. We actually made a good fist of it, created a lot of chances. It wasn't our night, and we need to address that and move on. Congratulations, PSG. It was graceless, it was classless, and quite frankly, he's going to have to learn from it, because if we're in this situation next year and the following year where the trophy cabinet is still empty, and they're spending 100 million on the Declan Rices and on 100 million on a striker, whoever it may be, then Mikel Arteta, for all this good work that he's done, will not be in that job. And he can spout out any XG he wants when he leaves. He's not going to save him in the hot seat. So he's going to have to figure that out. And those comments he made are just been stitched together with a bunch of other stuff they've said this season, and Liverpool must have been laughing their socks off because they rolled their sleeves up in the first 6 months of the season and they did the hard work, they did the dirty work, they did the hard yards, and Arsenal couldn't cope. And that was the big problem for them. They were chasing their tail since that time. And let's not forget as well, they got knocked out of all the domestic cup competitions. Manchester United, who are ironically in the Europa League final you were talking about, Manchester United, who were having, at that point, I think the worst time of their season under Amorim, knocked him out of the Emirates. Go look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are we not in the FA Cup final? Why were we not in the Carabao Cup final? Why were we X amount of points off Liverpool in the league? When Arsenal start looking in and Mikel Arteta starts looking in, maybe they'll have a bit more success at the end of the season next year.
Yeah. All right, and then Lee, we've got
wow.
Then we got this one here.
So, Arsenal fans, and that's why I asked it, are you still on the Arteta train? Has this season crystallised your belief in him, or are you beginning to waver? And the calls are coming in, 03717.
He's such a gaslighter, this fucker. I can't stand this dickhead.
Keith, good morning. Big Arsenal fan. How are you?
I'm well. You know, it's only football at the end of the day. And but look, of course, I'm disappointed that we didn't make it through. But look, I'm on board with Arteta. The progress has been, exactly as we would have hoped. And look, last season, I think it was quarterfinals or around 16 of the Champions League. This season, semi-finals, very close. So it's progress. But yeah, we do have to get over that line. And the only question mark I have, and like I say, I normally agree with you, Simon, as you know, on many things. But first of all, I never thought we were in the league this season. Yeah, I understand your idea that it's the natural progression. But when you look at the recruitment, Arsenal have been crying out for a proper striker for the last 2-3 years. I said at the start of the season we would not challenge for the league, but we would have a better chance in the Champions League because our defence.
I remember that, Keith. I remember you saying that, to be fair.
I'm not making a case for or against your argument, but they scored 92 goals in the calendar year last year without the argument that rages, and I think you're right. I think most people are right that they do need a centre forward.
That's a red herring, though, Simon. That's a red herring.
It's a fact.
They did score 92 goals, which was exceptional, and I think that's the reason why Arteta probably thought, maybe we can do without this signing a striker, and maybe wait for.
So it is Arteta then.
We do need a striker. It's been our Achilles heel last year when we didn't win the league, and it has been this year. But I am on board with Arteta because he's done a very good job in building the side. You cannot win every season. There are only a few trophies up for grabs. But the fact that Arsenal are challenging at the very top, that's all you can ask for, and hope that he gets over the line.
You believe that Arteta is a fine margins manager?
Big word, hope, and challenging.
As a young manager, it was his first managerial job. I think the key is, and Simon, you obviously alluded to it, has to be the recruitment this summer. We need attacking reinforcements. I think maybe we need some cover on the wing, but we need 1 or 2 strikers, proper people who can get half a chance and shove it away in the net, because that is the difference.
Yeah, what Keith was saying, you were just saying to me moments ago.
Yeah, but he's complicit in that conversation because he obviously didn't believe that he needed a striker last year because he didn't go and get one. And I'm assuming that he's got enough
courage. Well, I must have believed in January they tried for Watkins and didn't get him.
Well, again, they had Jesus get injured halfway through the month, which they might have felt was a fallback position to the loss of Havertz. But I still make the question asked and not answered. Yeah, why didn't they plan for a striker in summer? Because he probably didn't want one.
Okay, well, let's ask Daryl. Thanks, Keith. Daryl's
hold up. Jesus, 29. Jesus, 29, and Saka all injured December, January.
Yeah.
The window's open until 3rd of February, I think it was.
Lee, a free signing. That's why I keep going back. See, people want to go back about spending money. I keep going back. A free signing. In that situation, you get 3 players down and you need a stopgap immediately, the first thing you do is you find a available free striker, even if the guy can give you,
Go and get fucking 38-year-old Christian Stuani at Girona off the bench.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just go grab a.
Costa. I mean, he'd have even done a job.
Yeah.
I mean, he terrorised us for years at Chelsea. He'd have done a better job than Mikel Merino up top. Come on.
Yeah.
You still on the Arteta train?
Hi guys, first time caller. Nice to finally chat to you, Simon and Jim.
Good morning.
Yes, I am. I'm fully behind them, but I feel one more year. I think what I'm going to.
How many times do we hear that? One more year.
Attacking midfielder. I think
honestly.
Last night, especially.
One more year, FC.
I didn't see that drive from them. I didn't see that belief that they could really get over the line.
Yeah.
And I just felt that Arteta, he's squeezed everything out of that team as much as he can. He's taken us from a rubbish place to a place now in semi-finals of the Champions League. But I feel like
already queued up
that spark. I think in the big moments, in the big games, we really need to look at teams in the past, like the Chelsea's, Man United.
Yeah.
They do it in the big moments at the right times.
Yeah.
And I feel like we just are lacking that belief and that spark to change the momentum.
Hence, one more year. I get it, Darryl. Thank you for that. One first-time caller or not, it was a good one. Jay's a big Arsenal fan. Good morning, Jay.
Morning, guys. How we doing? All right?
Good, thank you, mate. Where are you with Arteta? Has this season crystallised your belief in him? Are you beginning to waver?
The call that was on previously saying that over the last 5 years, you can see the progression, you can see growth. I'm looking at this from any other perspective. If this was any other big club or even a big organisation, 5-year trajectory to grow progressively, small amounts, and never really take it to the next stage. It's just screaming out for a bit of change. And I think you look at the example that was set by Chelsea, all right? Yes, they had a load of money coming into the club and all of that, but they brought in a new manager in Mourinho at that time. They spent money and they were successful immediately, and that success remained. We can't keep building season on season on season when you look at last night, and I think they were saying in commentary pre the game, PSG made key changes on the weekend in preparation for this game. And yes, the league is not necessarily as strong or competitive, but Arteta played virtually the same side with relation to maybe 2 changes. So these players are exhausted. They are. Yeah. We haven't got.
So Romeo was free, by the way.
We had yesterday. I'm looking at it going.
It's out of the window.
Coming on to make an impact. I think Arteta was found out tactically over the last 2 games against PSG in terms of he didn't rotate in the off weeks in between the games. We haven't got the squad depth in order to rotate. And I just feel like we have hit this brick wall. And you could ask me who I think we could bring in. I don't know who the answer to that is. But you look at it and you go, there's a potential that a proven manager who is successful at this league.
Right. Okay, Jay. Listen, thanks for God. Thanks.
Look how quick they cut him off. Look how quick they cut him off.
Yeah.
Get him out of there. Wait, could he?
Protected. So protected. What is it?
Their Liverpool manager survived this long without silverware. So
look how quick they fucking cut him off.
Yeah, cut him off.
Oh, he's making a good point. Right, anyway, next call.
Right, yeah, we'll get him out of here. Yeah, he's going against
someone. He's going to name the manager he'd like. Let's get rid of him quick.
Because he's about to start fishing around names. You can tell he's about to start kind of coming up with some names there. No, we got to get him on out of here. No way.
Yeah, well, I don't know the answers to that, but now I've thought about it, maybe what we should do is go, let's get him out of here.
Yeah.
Get him out.
Thanks for your call, Dave, anyway.
Yeah. You go. Yeah, thanks for coming on.
I've not heard any of these, mate, but you sent me the screenshot of this earlier. This is how you know TalkSport watch everything we do on here. Big up TalkSport. Hello.
Yeah.
Big up Andy Goldstein, Jason Cundy.
Goldstein does because
Goldstein loves us, mate. He fucking loves us.
To wash it about Arteta.
Yeah, they watch us.
Because I knew what you and Arsenal fans are going to say. Right?
Watch.
I'm asking about the manager, Mikel Arteta, who, let's face it, is no good. Okay, right? He's no good. He's not good enough. And by that, Arsenal fans and you, Benny, you have to remember this is a backhanded compliment because
anything out of your mouth about Arsenal is not a backhanded compliment. It's just.
Listen to me. Arsenal are a big club, and they should be winning trophies.
You said they won't,
and they're not winning trophies. Okay. So your manager's not good enough for the club. Let me give you some examples. He's, in my opinion now, right, Mikel Arteta as a manager is just behind in terms of level, Roberto Di Matteo.
Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
He is.
Wait, hold on, Lee. One more time. We gotta do it. Hey, one more time. We gotta do it. Hold on, Lee.
Wait, you on the ball with that, bro.
Hey, here we go.
Right, let me give you some examples. He's, in my opinion now, right, Mikel Arteta.
Hey, but hold on. Before we do it,
Go, man.
I'm going to clip this so that you can add this to
that.
Right, yeah, right there.
We need to clip them together. I'll get Dave to clip them together.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
You, Benny, you have to remember this is a backhanded compliment because
anything out of your mouth about Arsenal is not a backhanded compliment. It's just.
Listen to me. Arsenal are a big club, and they should be winning trophies.
You said they won't,
and they're not winning trophies. Okay. So your manager's not good enough for the club. Right? Let me give you some examples. In my opinion now, right, Mikel Arteta as a manager is just behind in terms of level, Roberto Di Matteo.
Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
Mate, clip that up.
Yeah.
And I swear down, I'll get Dave to edit both of them together.
I will clip this tonight before I do this. Before I go to bed.
So also took over midway through the season. He won them the Champions League, but your manager won the FA Cup. Right? Since Arsenal last won the league, YouTube was invented, the iPhone was invented, Matthias Tell was born, and has now more chance of winning a trophy this season with Spurs than you do. Since you last
Jesus Christ, what a roasted.
Hey, that's mad.
Yeah.
Since he was on the league, Matthias Tell.
Yeah, he's born.
Was born and he's in the Europa League final. And he's already got a league title from fucking Bayern Munich this season. He's played the Bayern this season. Hey, Goldstein ain't fucking around.
You couldn't fucking write it, could you? You couldn't make it up, could you? You really couldn't.
And scored the winner. Right, this is what's happened since Arsenal last were a big team and won a trophy, right?
No, but trophy or league?
League.
Mate, yours is 13 years. Yours is.
Let's talk about Arteta. He's been at Arsenal, right, since December 2019. In that time, apart from the first year he took over halfway through a season, we inherited a team.
Yeah.
Since he's made it his own team. In that time in the FA Cup, you got knocked out in the fourth round, the third round, the fourth round, the third round, and the third round. Last time you were in the Europa League, you got to the last 16. This year in the Premier League, you're probably going to finish third. Right? The wheels are well and truly falling off your season. Last year you finished second. Year before that, second. Then it was fifth. Then it was eighth. Then it was eighth. Your team's not getting any better. Your manager is not getting any better. Now, as a football fan of a side that isn't Arsenal, I would quite like you to keep Arteta because I can't see him winning the league. He's certainly not going to win the Champions League because you're not good enough. Right? If it's Spurs, Arsenal fans have a go at me. So Spurs. As things turn out, there's a very good chance that either Ruben Amorim or Big Ange is going to have a more successful season than Mikel Arteta. Let that sink in. That is absolutely nuts. Arsenal are in danger of becoming Spurs.
Stop!
Right there.
Did y'all hear
Standing
that?
ovation.
Did you hear
Andy
that?
Goldstein, standing ovation, mate.
Goldstein dropping bombs tonight. Did you hear that? He definitely watches this show. No doubt about it.
100%.
He's watching us because we've been telling y'all for the
Hey, Goldstein, if you're free, jump on my guy.
Send the link, mate.
Send the link.
Send the link.
You spend over 800 let me finish. Over 800 million pounds. You got nothing to show. Here's my question.
If they win,
here's my question.
If.
Hypotheticals.
Real simple one. Are you getting better under Arteta? Are you closer to winning a trophy?
Well, yeah, we're closer than we were last year in terms of the Champions League because we went out the quarterfinals last year.
Are you getting better?
Okay, but we're one step.
Why he played for Spurs?
The Champions League this year than we did last year because we've got one step further.
That's why he's not an Arsenal fan.
Is that progression?
No, you're not progressing.
Okay, no, you answer that question. If you go out of the quarterfinals last year and you get to the semi-finals this year, is that better?
You're still lost.
It's not better. It's not as bad.
It's
not better.
It's not better. It's not as bad. What a great statement.
Moving forward.
What do you think? It's your turn.
No, answer that question.
It's your turn.
Honestly, you can't answer.
What do you think?
Answer that.
I don't think it's progression.
No, it's one of them where I'm getting frustrated like everyone else because I want to see not another FA Cup because Arsenal won more FA Cups than anyone. So
Mate, pause that right there.
So
He just said, I don't want to see another FA Cup because we've won more than anyone.
Yeah.
He sounds like a top goon online. And do you know what's crazy? Where my daughter's mum lives here, with my little one, right? Darren Bent's cousin lives directly opposite her. I've met him so many times. He's the same guy, yeah? And when he was playing for Sunderland, I was with the bird, yeah? Right? I used to see him all the time. Yeah? And he does support Arsenal, allegedly. Yeah? And he does know a lot about Arsenal. But this version of Darren Bent was not the version of Darren Bent that I was seeing. And I swear, she lives right opposite his cousin. Yeah? Right up. I used to see him all the time. When he was at Sunderland, he bought a BMW X6. Yeah, and he drove it all the way back from Sunderland. Yeah, and you know if you go and want to pay cash, yeah, right? They go through the checks with HMRC and all that. Yeah, he paid cash. Yeah, paid off the card. That's on the checks. They didn't know he played for Sunderland. And then he went into Sunderland BMW. They then drove this car all the way back from Sunderland. Yeah, and I was outside washing my car. Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck!" Oh, Darren's like, "Oh, cool. Let me go and chat to him." Yeah, sound geezer. Yeah, I don't know if the cousin still lives there. I don't know. But at that time, yeah, he did. Sam Geezer. Everything he used to say about Arsenal back then, there was what I was saying back then about Wenger. Yeah, now look at him. Why do they do this? It's the same with Alan Smith. I see Alan Smith waffling on some clip earlier. Oh, well, I wouldn't necessarily get rid of Arteta. I think he needs some.
I don't get
another fucking sellout. This guy's won major honours with my club, our club. Yeah, our club. Yeah, they sell out. Do you know why they sell out? To keep their employment in the media. Because they know if they suck off the Arsenal fans that are saying they all read the internet. They all read Twitter, they all read Insta, they all read Reddit, they all watch YouTube, so on and so forth. They get sent clips, TikTok, and we all get sent them. So do they. Yeah, so do the players. Yeah, ex-players, whatever, yeah. They will go with the general narrative, the main narrative, because they know that will get them the most traction on the show they're on. And then they'll go, oh my God, the views are off the chart on this show. Why? Because Darren Bent's chatting shit. Theo Walcott's chatting shit. Alan Smith's chatting shit. Now, the producers go, fuck it, we've got to keep him.
Yeah.
Yeah? Come on, Matty, you worked in the media. You know what it is.
My grandmother used to call this kind of stuff ass backwards. How do you say that you don't want to win more FA Cups because we got the most of them? That is ass backwards. I want to pile it on.
How many FA Cups has Darren Bent won?
I want to pile it on. I want more trophies.
DJB, do you remember I done that little merch thing on my Monday night thing when you had Alan Smith there? Wheeling out the 89 merch.
He was dressing everyone.
Out the 89 merch, which was beige and
blue.
Beige and blue. That's because he's with the club, mate. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know this. I'm just taking a shot in the
Probably
dark.
an ambassador.
It wouldn't surprise me if he's on like a VIP Legends tour.
Yeah, of course he is. Of course he is.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Darren Bent has won one League Cup in his entire fucking life. Yeah, and that was in 2007-8.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Tottenham.
Yeah. Tottenham. That's the only
Ramos.
trophy he's ever won.
Woodgate.
Yeah.
Woodgate header extra time.
And this guy is waffling about, well, yeah, because of Arsenal. Oh, yeah, I don't want to win the FA Cup. Oh, we won it more than anyone. Yeah, and I said this to you guys before, yeah. Right? When we won that FA Cup under this manager, we played Frank Lampard in the final, his Chelsea team. If he got top 4 that year, we got the FA Cup. So we've got silverware, right? If we had not won that and Frank Lampard had, we would have gone exactly what he said and gone, fuck you, we've got top 4, mate. We're in the Champions League. Yeah. Round and around and around we go. We're finished.
Pull that card now.
Is it true? No, but is it fact? Yes or no? All I need is yes or no.
If we're playing the yes or no game, I'll play it, but you have to play it.
No, but it's my turn now. Have they won more FA Cups than anyone?
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you very much. So, but I'm not talking about FA Cup now.
But you just did.
Or League.
Right.
Or League Cup.
Di Matteo's a better manager.
I need
Di Matteo.
Okay, I need CV.
Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
I need Di Matteo. All together.
Yeah.
Trophy at a club, and he's won the Champions League.
My point is I think Arsenal.
You've got a poor man's Di Matteo.
Okay. Listen, I think
poor man's Di Matteo is your manager.
I think it's
Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
Poor man's Di Matteo, you know.
Di Matteo from Wish and all of that.
He ain't wrong though, is he?
Mistake. One of the things I'd say that he's made a mistake with is recruitment. right? Where everybody knows he should have got a centre.
Yeah. Well, he's made a mistake with recruitment. Last night we had somebody saying that it wasn't his fault over recruitment; it was the ownership's fault over recruitment.
Edu.
Because he's left, and now we've got that's an excuse to blame. Edu.
I wanted to ask him, was the Kroenke sitting down with him and told him, said, "Well, you can't get a striker this year, Arteta. I need you to go out and go get 2 defenders." And Sterling. That's what
Roberto Timoteo.
Yeah.
Forward, right? And it was last night was more evident than any time, but really in most games, biggest moments where balls are flashing across the box, you need someone to obviously score a chance, a goal. It was lacking for Arsenal. Havertz is not the answer. He's a good player. He's done well. Not the answer. Gabriel Jesus, when he first came in, we thought, oh, here we go. Not the answer. So I think recruitment's been poor, but I still think the squad's there. I just think it's missing a little piece. I still think Arteta's the right man to win something, but he's got to buy the most important piece. There's no point buying another defender. You don't need more defenders. No more midfield players. He's get a centre forward.
Don't worry about buying any more defenders when Kieran Tierney's leaving. Yeah, Zinchenko's probably leaving. Kivior or Calafiori could leave. So there's 4 defenders leaving. Right? We've got 2 centre-halves that are good. We've got Timber that's good. We've got Skelly, who's not a defender. He's a midfielder playing at defence. So who's the backup for these fuckers? Right? But don't worry about buying a defender, lads, because 4 are walking out. We're not going to replace any of them. Plus, we also need backup for the centre-halves. Right? Now, don't bother about buying a midfielder when Jorginho's already left. Yeah, that's done. Yeah, Thomas Partey could be leaving. We've got no backup for Odegaard. We've got no backup for Declan Rice. Yeah, and we've got no backup for Thomas Partey anyway. Don't worry about midfielders or defenders, lads. Yeah, now, we've got no backup for Saka. We ain't got a fucking striker. And everyone thinks our left wingers are shit. It's a rebuild.
Yeah, backup goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper.
Even Mikel Arteta knows that our left wingers are shit. Do you know why? Because 2.5 years ago, by the way, in Martinelli's best season for Arsenal, he tried spending 90 million on Madrid. Yep. That was Martinelli's best season, by the way.
15 goals.
So even Mikel Arteta knows that that position is absolutely shit because he tried signing it in his best season. Come on, man. We need 11 positions, bro. We need 11 players. Come on, man.
Mate, try and find that one if you can. Yeah, I'll get the lads' views and then we'll come back to that. Keep playing it though, mate.
Okay. All right.
So you need to spend $1 billion.
If you're going to spend 130 million on a striker, you're going to have to do it.
Right. Well, that striker ain't going to your club. Let me ask you some questions, okay? Let me ask you. Don't look at that. I need your full concentration. All right. Simple. I'll start with simple.
I'll concentrate that again.
All right.
No, exactly what you
You're a clever man, so you know the answer.
Obviously.
I'm going to ask you some football questions. Okay. I've got 3 football questions for you. Right? Question number 1. These are simple. Who's the manager of Arsenal? Okay. Question number 2. Who's the manager of PSG?
Luis Enrique.
Okay. Question number 3 or 4. Arsenal played PSG. What? Yeah, there's 4 questions. Okay. Arsenal played PSG 3 times in the Champions League so far this season. PSG won 2.
Yep.
Arsenal won
1.
Okay. Last question. So you know the managers.
Yep.
Out of the 2 managers that you've just mentioned, Luis Enrique and Mikel Arteta, after the game finished last night, they saw PSG beat Arsenal for the 2nd time and booked their place in the final. Which of those 2 managers said the following? There's been no better team in the Champions League this season.
Yeah, okay.
Is it A, Mikel Arteta?
It's Arteta that said it.
Or is it, what? There couldn't have been that. No, I've got that wrong. I've got that wrong. What? Arteta said that.
My only thing with that.
Your managers lost the plot.
My only thing with that, right?
No, here's my question. Has there been a better team in the Champions League?
Yes, but this is my point. This is what I think people are kind of like.
You should see Andy's face.
Well, I've just read it word. That's
what he means by that, I think. Okay. If you look at the league phase, right? PSG at the start of the competition were appalling, right? Won one of their first 5, finished 15th in the league.
You got beat by a team of 15,
right? As the season, as the tournament progressed, they have turned into probably.
It's almost like they got better the longer it went when it mattered, didn't it? Yeah.
Well, you know what, Lee?
It's almost like they're trying to wrap up their league. Yeah, so they took their foot off the pedal in that because they knew they'd qualify.
What happens is the fan, and our fans didn't even realize it. It's the old okie doke. Oh well, they qualified, and then they got their qualification draw. They won that. They gained steam in the league at the same time. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Tap my microphone. Make sure y'all hear what I'm about to say. They went and bought what they needed to come down the stretch. Kvaratskhelia, they wouldn't have got him. They wouldn't have fixed it up. They said, let's tighten up a few areas and let's go for let's challenge for this league. Oh, well, the league is ours. We've blown through that. Let's take a break and let's get ready for this Champions League. Okay, well, we gotta play Man City, Liverpool,
Aston Villa, Arsenal. 4 of the top 7.
Yeah. And then don't y'all find it ironic that we played PSG and we played Inter, and both of those two teams are playing in the final.
Mate, you find that one as well. Scholesy rattling right.
I got him loaded up.
Listen, let me get go on, Aaron. I'll get DJ as well.
I was just going to say very quickly, they're living proof. It's not how you start; it's how you bloody finish.
Yeah,
Top Goonies should have known that when they were saying, "Oh yeah, well we beat them in October 2-0. It's easy. 3-0 this will be." We all told them, didn't we, boys?
Yeah,
all us four on the panel, all of you in the chat. All of you said this is not the same team. They're in a different moment, playing different football. It's in a different stage with different pressure, and they've got a different team. There's players back from injury. They've signed them.
They're on for a treble as well.
They are on for a treble. By the way, Enrique's second treble, he's done it with Bar.
Yeah.
What are you saying, DJ? What are you saying?
I'm just saying that I'll be honest with you. For me, the tie was done after about 3 or 4 minutes at the Emirates. As soon as they scored, I knew it was game over.
Yeah,
that was it.
Sure, shouldn't they all oblige?
Yeah,
that was it.
Again. That was it. And then, we're going into we was going into the second leg with a team that was drawing, a team that got done by Bournemouth, a team whose half the players are injured, not fit enough. We was never going to win that, and a manager that refused to prepare this team for the season ahead. We all knew we needed a striker. And I said on streams gone by, you don't win major competitions without an out-and-out striker. You might have the odd occasion, like Man City did with a false 9, but on the whole, to win the big competitions, you need a striker. And we didn't do it. And it was down to this manager. And you can wing it all you like. You can say it's Edu, you can say it's the board. They can turn around and say who it was like. We all know that this manager had the pick and choose of what players came into this club. He had sole charge over these transfers. And he never made the right transfers. And that's why we are where we are. In the fucking mud. Again.
Yeah.
It's going to get worse.
So 1 sec. Apparently, you have a channel. When did this happen?
Channel? I ain't had a channel. I ain't got a channel yet, mate. Not yet. No.
You ain't got a channel, no?
Not yet.
A link. I've
got a link. I've got a link, but there's no channel yet. Yeah, I'm working on it. Yeah.
Okay, so there's
I've got a link.
There's a channel DJB G8Q Huddle 26 subs.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I'm working on it. It's not. It's not.
So you wanting people to sub to that or not?
You want to go ahead and sub to it?
Yeah, they can sub to it. Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
So it's a channel, but it's not official. Like,
it's not. It's not out there yet.
You put a video out 11 hours ago?
Early access.
Yeah, early
access. You put a 19-minute video out.
I was fuming. I had to go right to put a video out.
Stop being humble, man. You got a channel. Just say you got a channel, bro.
I was nervous about it.
Put a video out, D. You didn't tell me that.
I didn't even know he had a channel.
Let's give Jimmy a round of applause for putting his first video out. Hey, that's how we all got started. Hey, you heard what he said? He said, I was fuming. I had to make something. Hell, that's how we all got started.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. I didn't even know you had. How the fuck Sam found that? It's crazy. Look, make sure you sub.
I sent it to him.
I didn't even know you had a channel.
Yeah.
Make sure you sub. I've subbed, by the way.
Yeah, go on in.
Make sure you sub. Pin comment from Sam in the live. Yeah, it's all the guys' channels. Aaron Talks Arsenal and DJ.
I'm not big. I'm not brash.
Shut up, man.
Come on,
Shut up.
Hey, Lee, that's real progress.
JB, come on, bro.
That's far. That's
well, you're now up to 61, just like that.
Well, the problem is, right, let me tell you now, right?
What phase are you in?
Tell your listeners. I want to tell your listeners. I want to put it out to the guy above me, Matty, this guy, Lee, and this guy next to me, Aaron. because without these three men, I wouldn't be here. And I'll bless you all, honestly.
No, bless up to you. Yeah, you were the market opportunity. Yeah, you were the best signing of the season, mate. I swear down. Yeah, when you took that link and jumped on Matty's channel, Matty, I remember you sent me it, and he was just leaning back in his chair. Yeah, mate, you remember? He was like, Matt,
Well,
do you remember DJ? I shared
raging.
that with you on stream or backstage or something.
Yeah.
I was like, this is when Matty sent me it. Or was it me and you, Matty? No, it's me and you.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Listen, it ain't going to be very professional. I'm not very techie. I'm a bit thick with the old computers, guys, but I'll put something out there and we'll see how it goes.
Nah, come on, make sure you sub, man. You got 107 subs now. Come on, we need him on 500.
That's it. That's it. Come on, boy.
Come on, 500 by the end of the stream. He's on 110 now. Come on, look at that. Fucking, he was on 28, 26 a minute ago.
Yeah, I told you you'd fly, D. Come on, bro.
All right, try 115. All right, ain't gonna stop. Make sure you sub.
Yeah, he's moving like Luis Enrique, man.
Mate. All right, he's moving like Kvaratskhelia around our fucking defense. He definitely ain't moving like our fucking captain, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Make sure you sub to Matty as well, Southern Gooner, and to Aaron. Aaron talks Arsenal, yeah.
And Matty, this guy's channel flying as well. This guy.
Time Premier League and Robert Huth. Robert, welcome back to the show. I feel Robert is a bit like Hoothy. So
you can't call him Hoothy. I told you this.
Hoothy. Can I call you Hoothy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what you
enjoyed the show so far.
I bet you have, yeah.
Yeah, Arsenal had been very enjoyable.
Should we carry on that?
You look great, Hoothy, by the way.
Yeah. There's no better team in the Champions League than Arsenal, says Mikel Arteta. What do you make of that?
Yeah, bit of a ridiculous comment, isn't it? Clearly, at least two better than them. So, yeah, I think those kind of comments, you can see why people don't like Arsenal after these kind of. Unless you're an Arsenal supporter, obviously you're plenty, right? Even you getting a bit frustrated. So, but if you listen to that, from an outside, you just find it so frustrating because when you lose, you just shake hands, move on, wish them all the best, and then get on with it. But yeah,
facts.
Why do you think he comes out and says things like that? I get it.
Quick question, fellas. Huth was in the winning team at Leicester, right?
Leicester, yep.
Yeah, I know he
was also in the Chelsea team that won.
Yeah, no, that I knew, but I couldn't remember he retired.
He was in the Leicester team with Wes Morgan.
Yeah,
Jeffrey Schlupp.
Yeah,
who grew up in Milton Keynes, where I'm from.
Party having a party. Yeah.
Riyad Mahrez, my fucking baller, and Golo Kante. Danny Drinkwater, fucking. How the fuck he won that league is crazy, isn't it?
But how the fuck Chelsea paid 30-40 million for him? That's even.
Yeah, then they fucked him off to Reading on loan.
Yeah.
How many games did he play for Chelsea?
How many games did he play for Chelsea?
He played what, a year or two?
Drinkwater. I think
he barely played.
Only am
12.
Oh, you talking about who?
No, Drinkwater.
Yeah, Drinkwater played for Chelsea.
Yeah, they signed him for about 40 million.
He wasn't a bad player.
Then they fucked him off to Reading. Burnley, Aston Villa, Kasimir Pasha on loan in fucking wherever the fuck that Turkey. That guy. Then he went to Reading. Yeah, run the contract down. Yeah, so they signed him. He played 12 games. 12 games. 1 goal. Yeah, he was there 5 years. He run the contract down and left for free.
Wow. How much was he on, Lee?
I never knew he played for Man United. I never fucking knew he was at Man United. Then Man U, he never played. Okay. But then Man U loaned him out to Huddersfield, then Cardiff, then Watford and Barnsley. Then he went Leicester, played 193 times. Then he went Chelsea. Then he got loaned out 4 times, run the contract down.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a Premier League fucking medal.
Yeah.
He was on about 60 grand a week.
What, at Chelsea?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, heat of the moment, bitter maybe that he's lost to a better team twice. But yeah, I just find it difficult to understand how he kind of got to that conclusion because they were well beaten over 2 games. I know Arsenal had chances and Donnarumma did some good saves, but that's what he's there for, isn't it? I mean,
it's his job. It's his job.
Yeah, that couldn't the team. That's what you want. So, yeah, lick your wounds and get on with it.
Do you know what? Sometimes I do think he says stuff to be quite eccentric to take the pressure off the team sometimes because you think about it. And the first question there, Andy asked me and asked you was about him coming out and saying we were the best team lost effectively. But straight away,
Sorry, not effectively, factually.
Okay, factually. And the first thing we're talking about is him, not the team. So maybe he's doing it as, I mean, we've seen some of the better managers before you start, I'm not saying he's the best, but better managers use it as a kind of deflection tactic.
Ghosting is in stitches.
I think that's quite the opposite. I think.
I was hoping you'd back me up, but
No, it's the opposite.
That's why I think
you need to carry on.
I think that's why he does some crazy stuff.
I think that kind of conversation you have in the changing rooms with your team afterwards, when you think you were better than the other side, but to sort of air it to everyone to listen to globally, I think is wrong. I think when he said stuff like that, the reason why we're here talking about it is because he said that the next game, in the league, even more pressure on the team.
Yeah.
With second on the line, teams chasing them down. It's just going to be even more pressure on Arsenal.
Do you think it puts more pressure on him and the players? Because there are question marks now over second place in the Premier League. If they finish third, they are factually going backwards, right?
You
heard him say yeah. You heard him say yeah, right? You heard him say yeah.
You know what, right? So Chelsea.
There we go.
No, official. Chelsea. I think they play on Sunday, right? They play Newcastle, right? At 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
If they win that game, they're 1 point behind Arsenal, with Arsenal having to play Liverpool and then Newcastle next. So there's no guarantees as third.
No.
Has to be.
And that game last night would have hurt
badly
to get them back, up for the league. I think that's going to be a tough game.
Yeah. Talk to me about the manager, Mikel Arteta, right? Because a lot of what I say to Benny is to wind Benny up, right?
Really?
Yeah. If his team wasn't Arsenal, I'm sure the top of our show will be a slightly different conversation. Yeah. I'd still go for them because that's what you do as a football fan, right? Yeah, you do, right?
You said a couple of words, but for me, I've never seen him for any show do as many notes. A4 piece of paper and they're A3 where
it's 3 a.m. Revising for today's show like an exam. But why? Why are they in this situation, Arsenal? What, apart from the fact that the manager says things that makes you think, okay, why has he said that? Obviously, he's wrong. But what is it with Arsenal that I mean, they take the mickey out of Spurs, saying Spurs are Spursy, they haven't won a trophy. But Arsenal sort of turning that way now, right? So the last time they won the league was over 20 years ago. Yeah. And the last time they won a trophy was when he took over halfway through a season and won it with Unai Emery's team. And since that moment, all those players have left. He's brought his entire new squad in. And they're all losers at the moment. They haven't won anything. Why?
Did you all lose?
They're all losers.
He has got
losers are harsh words.
I know. We've got to catch up with league winners in them.
Yeah,
but
not with Arsenal.
But they've got better, haven't they? As in, maybe not in terms of look, but it's been more exciting. I think what Arteta's done in general has been pretty good. But you cannot, only one team can win it. I think sometimes we judge sort of managers by just being top, and it's unbelievably difficult to win a Premier League, a Champions League. We've seen it this year alone. Madrid out, they beat Madrid, the holders. So I think it's just. He's done good, but I think the way the season's going to end up, that's going to be the most important thing for him now to kind of, if he finishes third or fourth, I think that the Arsenal fans are going to give him some real pressure. But generally speaking, I like watching Arsenal. I think he's a
I don't know. Actually, what do you think they're missing, Arsenal? I know it's easy to say centre forward. Do you think it's that simple?
Yeah, even last night, I thought they're pretty good till the ball got in the box. If you've got a nice, strong, big, athletic number 9, I think that will change. I think the fact that Havertz is still top scorer, even though he's been out for, is it January?
Yeah.
So a few months, that says a lot. You've got the talent there. You've got Martinelli, you've got Trossard, you've got Saka, obviously. But if these 3 or 4 players can combine a bit better, I think they've got a real chance. Because defensively, they've been
when everyone's fit.
On it.
I was going to ask about depth, right? And we'll talk about Leicester a bit later on. But when you won the league at Leicester, that team pretty much picked itself. From memory, you didn't have any key players that were out for lengthy spells.
Yeah.
But I think that's quite unusual. You get a team do that. With Arsenal, I do think it's lack of squad depth. I think when
people forget with the Leicester City team that they found themselves a lot of times where they had to either come back in the game or the games were very cagey there.
Yeah, and he had the least amount of possession ever from a Premier League winner, 40-odd%. Yeah. Mate, before you carry on, let me just grab these 16 super chats real quick, because otherwise they'll sit there forever.
Yeah, go ahead, do that and get Jez on you.
Yeah, big up Scouser Pete. False narratives, blatant lies, zero accountability, FC excuses. Why doesn't the media call Arteta out when he spouts pure bollocks? Because they want to keep their job, bro. They want to keep their job. That's been there for fucking time. That was there before I even went live. Yo, bless up Scouse Pete. Hey, they did it for Slotila. Hey, well done, mate. Fucking dickheads. Hey, fucking Mikel Arteta. Hey, it's fucking mint. Hey, it's boss. Big up to Joshy. He's in a final. Well done, Spursy. This will be our third Europa, by the way. I am fucking buzzing. I bet you are, mate. I bet you are. Listen, enjoy it, mate. I wish my club were in the final. Unfortunately, we're shit. But it's what it is. Big up Joshua, man. Big up to Nada Kafel. I got a customer from Uganda. He told me we got to get this Arteta guy out. I don't like him. He will never get us over the line. Cheers from Boston. Big up my Ugandan G. Big up you from Boston as well, bro. I bet he watches the channel. Big up to him. Big up, bro. Yeah, he's rubbish, bro. Big up Jason McNeil. 2 League Cups, 2 FA Cups, 1 Europa, 2 FA Cup finals, 2 Europa finals, 1 potentially 2 European Super Cup finals, all in decline. This isn't a light bulb, guys. This is football heritage. This is Manchester United Football Club, guys. Last 10 years. Big up to you, my friend. Rest up, Jace. Big up Dr. Seymour. The divs are already queued up at London Colney for the annual Arteta Sexual Summer Long Fish Fry and Humble Pie Festival. Yeah. I wish to... Oh, bruv, come on. This is mad, bruv. I swear down there, we're dusted. And they will. They'll be queuing outside the club shop for the new shirt. Oh, we can fund the new striker. All right, mate. Big up James Harrison. Arsenal fans' most deluded and arrogant fan base going. Yeah, but you not. But not usually, sorry. Arsenal, nothing but... I think he means West Ham with a tit job. I think he means West Ham. You put West with a tit. I think you mean West Ham with a beef. Fucking, that's crazy. All right, well done, Man United, man. Congrats. I fucking hate your club. I hate Chelsea. Fuck Tottenham this shit. However, bless up, bro. Big up Mateus. Barca, AC Milan, Bayern, Liverpool started this season with different managers than they had last season. They all won at least 1 trophy this season. That's fucking crazy. That is actually crazy. Big up to you. Big up Vance. Can you do a stream with Turkish? I'll take her out. I will at some point. Turkish is mad busy with his shows, Big Six, AFTV. Maybe in the summer we could sort something. Turkish my guy, man. Yeah, we could sort something. That'd bang as well. Big up to you, bro. Big up Gianni. Big up the panel of legends. Lee, my guy. Best work rate out there. Arteta out. Top Gooners out. Guess we are riding this one out. So I'm not doing too long. I can't lie. Yeah, I'm not finishing at 11 a.m. again. That ain't happening. Big up Matty. Arsenal are turning into Chicago Cubs of football. Also known as the lovable losers. They went 108 years without winning in baseball.
108 years.
Wow.
That's crazy. No gas. In a spliff, we are ourselves. We're crap, aren't we? We are. Let's be real with it. Bless up to you, brother. I'm all the way from Oz. Big up to Dylan Bannett. If Man United win the Europa, Gyökeres will go to United over Arsenal.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit, my friend.
Yeah.
Aaron, what I told you.
Champions League.
You're right, mate.
And their old manager.
Big up T-Dot, Guna. Did you get DJB on the boss man? Boss man.
A Bosman,
yeah. I think he meant Bosman. No, Matty. Best signing of the season, right? Real talk. When he sent me your link, I swear, I was like, what the fuck? This guy's saying everything I think. Nah, bless up, man. Yeah, you, Jez, and Kenny together on that show.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Powerhouse.
No, we love it.
Class. Big up Rodriguez. Big up the panel from Cali. Roberto Di Matteo. That deserves the clip, mates.
Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
Big up to you, brother. Bama's dropped the duffel bag. Big up Bama.
Woo.
Yeah. Big up for the big up everyone, he says. Big up to you, my G. Thank you very much.
Much love. Much love.
Big up to you. Yeah, wins in the chat for Bama. He's dropped the bag. Thank you very much. Yeah, his team is shit, Real Madrid. Yeah, my team is shit. Both my teams. However, standing ovation from Mara's FC. They won again yesterday. Big up Bama, brother. Bless up, bro. Big up to Muad Al Hosni. Liverpool got Thiago Alcantara for 20 million. Arsenal got Rice for 100 million. They got McAllister for 35 as well, by the way. Big up to Alam Ellis. European final. It's just where we are, mate.
Yeah.
The fact, do you know what? The fact that Spurs fans, I got chest now, fucking angers me. Yeah, the fact that Man U fans, I'm seeing Runt sitting there in the fucking black and white with the beret on, with the shades on, fucking baguette. Fuck off, man. Yeah, the fact that Man United, Chelsea, and Tottenham, Liverpool have already made a final, won a league. Yeah, Man City have been shit all season. Yeah, in the league, they're in a final. Palace are in a final with Eddie fucking Nketiah. Yeah, just don't know how angry you. And you say what you got to say, Jez. I'm going to go and take a leak. I'll be listening. But bless up to all them clubs. Yeah, for the people that support them in my chat. Respectfully, fuck the lot of you. I hope you all lose. Yeah, I hope you all fucking lose. Yeah, cancel it. It's a disgrace. Right. But for you guys in the chat that have been here from day, bless up to you because you deserve nice things, you guys. You give me nice things. Big ups like Sunshine, fuck off. Go on, Jezza.
Well, I'm just going to say there was a chat bloke in your chat giving up. He had 80K's worth of Arsenal history. And I asked him what he's got. And he said, oh, it's in a secret vault. Secret vault. So I said to him, what you got? He was in the chat. He's probably bounced out now because he's a little pussy. Said I didn't know anything about the value, didn't know anything about the history. When I said I've got 2 programs, the 1927 FA Cup final, he said, you don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about the 1924-1925 London final. Oh, really? Well, there's fucking 2 of them, you prick. There's 2 of them.
Go on, Jezza.
Hello. Yeah, there's 2 of the 27 Cup finals. So what are you saying, you little melt? I don't know anything about the value of anything of Arsenal stuff. Well, I can say to you, he's gone. He's fucked off now. You are talking bollocks because why have you got 80 grand's worth of Arsenal stuff in a secret vault? And you couldn't name one item from that collection. And I asked you live on here, oh, I've got an ex-Arsenal player FA Cup final medal. When I asked him who he had, he couldn't name it. So you're bullshitting. Because if you've got an ex-player's FA Cup final medal, you'd name it like that. So don't bullshit. Don't bullshit. Because at the end of the day, I have got all the programs. I've shown them live. I said to him, show them. Show them what you got. Because I can assure you, from my collection, and I've got a massive, massive collection, that I haven't got 80 grand's worth of programs. And he apparently had signed shirts.
Shit.
Signed shirts from back in the day. Well, they ain't worth a lot of money, mate. I can assure you. If you had a Dial Square shirt, which I actually went to an auction and bid on, and I lost out because it went above my asking price, that went for $5,000. So
can they know what colour that is, Jez?
Most of them know they are Dial Square. Most of these so-called players know what they are Dial Square.
I was going to say, they don't even know what colour that shirt was.
The original shirt was white.
Yeah.
With that badge. And I actually bid on that. And I said to the wife, I'll go no more than $5,000. And it was in a thing and all that. And anyway, I was outbid, never got it. But that doesn't even come close. So if I bid $5,000 for that, right, that's $5,000. Fair play. All the stuff I've got, which I've shown on camera, right, doesn't even come anywhere sniffing close to probably $25,000 max.
Yeah.
Max.
Fact.
And this melt was calling me out, saying, I don't know what you don't know what you're talking about, Jez. You know nothing about Arsenal. You're not a professional. Well, I'm not a professional, but I do know the value of stuff. And come on, man, you haven't got 80 grand's worth of stuff. Sorry, you haven't got it. Because what you'd have to have, I don't know, what you've got, a replica FA Cup from the 30s or something? Have you got one of them? Because seriously, these programs that I've got, right? The one I bought the other one. I told Lee, I bought the other one at auction not long ago, right? It wasn't big money. It wasn't big money. There's not many of them around, admittedly, but if you search around, you'll find them, and they don't go for big money. The ones that go for money, if you've got a ticket, my 71 Cup final program I've got with my ticket, I can get about $750 for that. But it's nowhere near you're going to get 80 grand's worth. No way. And, and the guy in the melt put it in the chat, said, "Oh, it's in a secret vault." What?
It's in the back. It's in the back cave.
What for? I've got
in the vault that sank with the Titanic or something, was it? Come on, man. With a picture of Rose with the old diamond on with a necklace like that. Make me like one of your French girls, Jack.
You know what I mean? Come on. They're a bit of paper, right? You search around on eBay or fuck knows wherever, you'll find them if you want to pay silly money. But I've got boxes over there in a cupboard full of these going back 1924, 30s, 40s, right? I mean, these people are laughable, aren't they? Where do they come from? 80 grand.
Well, don't worry, man. That was Pete Hayward, mate. Don't worry about that.
No, Jez, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
I've got to tell you this, Jez. Literally, just after we done our history channel, I went on to Shane Gooners, big up Shane Gooners, because I've been promising him for weeks. Jumped on his channel, and someone from the channel whose name we won't mention said that we would rather watch Arteta's team than George Graham's teams. That tells you all, and that was from a big station. That was from a big, yeah.
Jezza, let me ask you this before we go back to Matty with the clips here. Right? Are you jealous that Spurs are in a final and Man U and Chelsea are in a final and Palace and Liverpool got to a final and Man City are in a final and Newcastle won a final? Are you jealous that Spurs, especially Spurs, are you jealous that they're in a final? Because the gal was telling us that he ain't.
I am.
Yeah.
Angry. I'm angry about it.
Thank you.
Exactly what I said. It's exactly what I said. I said I'm jealous. I'm angry. He told me that. He said to me, "Why are you jealous that Tottenham are in a final?"
It's a day of mourning. It's a day of mourning. This is a day of mourning for Arsenal fans.
It's an insult at the end of the day. And look, I don't want to drag you boys down any more than you are.
Come on, Jez. Say what you got to say, man. You're always welcome, Jez. You're the godfather of Arsenal YouTube, mate. I love you, man.
It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment that we capitulated again, and we have our noisy neighbours getting down the road into a final. Fuck off, man. Get out of it.
Yeah. Jez, not only that, if they win it, fucking Jez, then in another final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matty,
so
what
they could do two. Go on, Aaron, sorry.
While these boys were on Potsies, Matty, we were having a little chat, weren't we, on text?
Yeah.
We were saying, it's dark days. There's no light at the end of this tunnel, bro. There's no light. If Tottenham...
No, the light's the train coming to slap you in the face.
Ghostbusters too.
Yeah. Talar, you're just a red mist. That's literally it. Yeah. We said
that's the
light.
When you sum up the week, when you sum up the week, we've got out the Champions League semi-final. Tottenham and Man United are in a final, and we've got to do a fucking guard of honour at Anfield.
Chelsea are in the final. Chelsea are
in a final, and we've got to do a guard of honour at Anfield in front of all their fans.
After they've won the league and lost the final.
The signs are there. If you were like, if you were like looking like something bad's getting ready to happen, there are always signs.
I'm going to take a picture of that, Daryl. Go on, mate. Sorry.
And there's signs all over the place. That's one. Guard of Honor. Spurs possibility of winning the title when they were nowhere hadn't done anything all season. Manchester United 4-3, or 3-4, whatever it is.
4-3, yeah, 4 finals in 3 years.
Man City gave everybody a head start on the league. 1-14. Guess what they're doing? The FA Cup. Palace started bad. Look what they've done. FA Cup. Newcastle. No money. They can't spend any money. It's cash trapped. Eddie Howe.
Carabao Cup.
Yeah, they talk about players' injuries. Eddie Howe's had pneumonia.
Slapping us.
Yeah.
Slapping us on the way.
Three times in 1 year, possibly 4. All the signs are there. All the signs are there. FA Cup. People keep going on. I'm glad I said I thought about this. Because today I keep hearing this thing about, because I was battling somebody on Twitter today. I just finally shut it down and just start replying to him. He wants to keep going on about our performance against PSG in the second leg. Oh man, we did so well. This
was that the one you sent me?
Yeah. And I said,
you see that guy? Sorry to cut him, mate. You see that guy? Yeah, right. He's a very intelligent guy, and I'm talking like super intelligent, high IQ guy. He used to stand, well, he probably still does stand there, 2 rows in front of me at the Emirates, and I've had my to and fro's with him on Twitter previously years back, yeah. And then I met him, North Bank Lower, coming out of like Block D, blah blah blah. Pause. Yeah, he was SD Fox. Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, it is you." Yeah, he's a chartered accountant. That guy, super intelligent guy, bro. So the way he's been bamboozled, and when you sent me what he said, yeah, I was like, "Wow."
Yeah,
this guy's older than us, mate.
Well, see, that's it. He kept going back about the game, but brother, we should have got beat 6-7-1. Based off of the first leg, we were blessed. They couldn't put the chances away in the first leg.
Would you guys be watching the game at the weekend? I won't.
Well, it's my job. It's his job. It's his job. Baby, big baby. It's his job. I've got to watch it, Jez. It's my job. As much as I'd love to tap out right now, I don't blame you, Jez.
That's it. I won't watch another game to the end of the season. That's it. I'm done.
DJ, you're going to go, and Aaron, and you both got season tickets, right? Are you going to go to the Newcastle game?
I'll let he go first.
JB's going to do reconnaissance for us at the shop store.
Yeah, he's going to video it for us. You've got Super Mick Arteta. He knows exactly what we need. Chinny at the back, Gabby in attack. Oh, no, they're both fucked.
Do you know what? I don't know, man. I don't know.
We talked about a Newcastle away. That was the best decision you ever made, mate.
I probably will go, yeah. It's difficult, isn't it? Fuck knows why, but I feel really bitter and angry. But yeah, I probably will go, yeah.
But do you know why you'll go? Because you love this club, mate.
Exactly.
Same with Kenny. I tell Kenny every year, stop renewing your ticket, Kenny. He goes, I love live football.
Yeah, I love live football. I love, being over there with my boys and catching up with people. It's, yeah.
I do get that. I miss it. I still miss it to this day.
Painful.
I do miss it. But there comes a point, and I said to the missus today, can we actually change our Channel Tunnel tickets to fuck off earlier?
This weekend. Is that, let's get on the next flight. Let's get on the next one.
Jess is going, mate. He's had enough.
He's had enough.
I said to her, can we actually change them till next week? And she said, no, it's fully booked. I went, all right, fuck it.
Well, DJ, you got a bit of time to fucking sort him out with some clobber off the merch side, mate.
Yeah.
You know what, man? It's been like that all year, man. Like this year has been one of the most draggingest seasons.
Yep.
Can't wait till it's over.
Dragged on. And I found myself. I actually found myself a couple of weeks ago. I said, if we keep on with this, I'm not going to be watching all these games next year. I got other stuff to do.
I don't blame you, man.
Mate, it's exactly the same with me, bruv. Do you know what?
You texted me the other day. Sorry, you texted me the other day and said, Joe, I value my family and my missus more than I value Arsenal, so I'll renew Yeah, but I ain't going to all the games.
Told me that today. Yeah, he told me that today. Yeah.
I told you that today. I said to you, didn't I, Lee? And I said to you, Matt, today. I was like,
You're
look,
debating.
I was like, I'm debating. What I'm probably going to do, I'm going to go to the first game in the season, and I just want to see, because I'm sorry, I believe. Let me rephrase this. There isn't a human living currently in this world that I believe less than I do in Mikel Arteta. There isn't a human across the billions of people that are currently breathing oxygen right now. I just don't believe in anyone as little as I do Mikel Arteta. And I've got a 4-year-old girl, I've got a 7-year-old boy, I've got 11-year-old, 11, not you, 11. Missus. 11. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, pause.
Whoa. Been with my missus 11 years.
Aaron's had a couple of Maggies, lads.
Been with her, for 11 years. Do you know what I mean? A long time. And to be fair, every time I go to football, I'm choosing Mikel Arteta over my missus and family.
Yeah,
and that is not a good choice to be.
You are keeping him in a job.
It's just
sorry.
It hurts me.
I'm not falling out of you, Aaron, but you are one of the people that are keeping him in a job.
Yeah, same as Kenny. I say this to Kenny. I ain't saying this to DJ, but if you're renewing, but then
my feet, I
get it though, Jezza. But you had enough, and you said, "Fuck it, I don't care who buys it."
The only trouble is, right? The trouble is, right? I've said this before. The only trouble is, Aaron's the same on this. If we give up our season ticket and that geezer fucks off, he's not going to give two craps about us giving up our season ticket for what he's put us through, right? And then the next manager that comes in could be an absolute baller, and we start winning things, and then we can't get tickets to go and see our club.
Can I counter your statement with a counter argument there, Jez? Who would you rather me have? Who would you rather have a season ticket, me or a top gooner? There you go. Because who do you think is going to get that season ticket if I give it up? Top gooner. Probably a 95% chance, Jez. So that's why I still hold.
No, I hear it, and I say the same with Kenny all the time. But Jez got to the point where he was just like, and I hear it. Yeah, you got to the point. I'm speaking for you. Yeah. Right, but I feel like how you've said it to me and on the stream before, you got to the point where it was like, I don't give a fuck who gets the ticket. I'm done paying money to this football club. Yeah, they ain't going to do what I want. I love the club. I've grown up across the road from it. Yeah, let's be real. All of us on this panel right now, and a lot of the people in the chat, whether we support Arsenal or don't, that are our age or around our age, this ain't the fucking club we started supporting.
No.
That was Arsenal, the classy club. And you notice they dropped that merch the other day, a couple of days ago, the heritage merch. Do you notice it had the fucking badge Jez has got behind him?
Yeah.
Why? Class.
Yeah.
Winning. Double season. Yeah. But do you notice they fucked that badge off because it has Victoria Concordia Crescent on it, which is Latin. That don't appeal to a global market. But now, the way they've finessed it over 20 or 30 years, 15, 20 years, it now does. Because everyone latches onto a club. And listen, fair play, I don't care where you live in the world. Yeah, Matty lives in America, I live in Spain. Yeah, we have Kyle on. Yeah, he's in Ireland. Shane, Ireland. I've loads of Ola. Yeah, he's Nigerian, but he lives in England. We have other people, TJ in America, so on and so forth, Right? I don't care where you're from. Yeah, I don't care where you are in my chat. I don't care. I bless all of you. And we've had nearly 190 countries watch this channel. So bless up to you. However, what I will say is the vast majority that I see, having done social media for a living for a long time, most of them online, they only support this club because of Arsene Wenger and Thierry Henry. Why? Because we were fucking winning. Now, they're the same dickheads, that want to spin it and make out mediocrity is great. Yeah? But then they'll all go and buy the merch with that old badge on it. Yeah? So the club know this, so they changed our fucking badge to some toy badge, because it didn't appeal to a global market. But the way they finessed it for 20 years, doesn't matter what they sell now, it'll fucking sell. Yeah, and less is more. Yeah, less is more. It doesn't matter, guys. He needs a striker. These men think we get a striker, we're going to win everything. You heard a gal. Yeah, there's millions like him. Yeah, you heard Stricto. Yeah. Oh, so what's the charity shield then? It's a fucking friendly, mate. When I explained that, he didn't say a word. Yeah, when you cussed, no, he didn't cuss, but when you explained to a gal about this, No words. Yeah, they are not upset as far as I see.
They're not
angry.
Arsenal
They
fans.
don't get it. They're just happy to be there. Yeah, because we're not getting banged 6-3 by City, 6-0 by Chelsea, 8-2 by Man United. Yeah, and we're not finishing 8th or 6th.
We talk about it every day of the week, man. These Egal and that Stricto prick, they are not Arsenal fans, right? They're on the game show, right? They didn't go through the turnstiles as DJ and I did. As you know,
No, but just to be fair, sorry, I have to cut in there, Jezza. Yeah, to be fair, they can't know when they were born or where they lived at the time and what so on and so forth. Yeah,
I don't care.
But you have to learn the history of the club. I get it.
No, I'm fed up with these people coming in and trying to tell me how to be an Arsenal fan, right? Because DJ and I went through the turnstile as schoolboy fans, right? We went there, didn't we? On the East Stand, we went round there. Yeah, yeah. You paid like 50p, whatever it was, to get in the ground. When you got to 16, you had to get your proper ticket, right? And that's when I got my proper season ticket, 1976, because then you had to become an adult supporter.
Mm-hmm. I've got my junior gunners one.
I don't listen to these arse-wipes that want to sit there and talk to me about Arsenal Football Club. That Stricto talks bollocks, right? At the end of the day, I watched your stream tonight on Dan Potts's. Yeah, you're on there, giving it, fair play. I was on your stream the other night with Egal, and I was respectful to him. But at the end of the day, these people just don't get it. They don't get it. And it's not their fault.
No, it ain't their fault. It's the club's fault.
Yeah, okay. Right. He's Canadian. And fair play. I know he lives over here now. I know he lives not actually very far from me.
Maybe you should go and meet him. He don't drink. That's haram. Buy him a bottle of water, Jez. Come on, go on. Take him to a game, Jez. Go on.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a good day out with me and him.
Arm in arm.
North London together.
But at the end of the day, these people that sit there on social media and try to gas it up that they're big Arsenal. Fuck off. You ain't.
But I think with us, yeah, and I want to bring Matty in after this, yeah. Right. And let's upset everyone locked in. There's 2.1k in the building. Smash the likes up. DJB has a channel. I repeat, DJB has a channel. It is pinned with Matty's and Darren's. Make sure you sub to Jezza as well. And all you mods, Daryl, you're in my chat. If you could get Jezza in the link as well. So DJB's channel, Jezza's channel, Matty and Aaron's, all in one. I'll pin it. Yeah, you have to be a mod.
I'd never have got going if it weren't for these guys and the Godfather there, man.
Mate, bro, you're a credit to all of us.
Yeah, man. Honestly,
mate, you weren't there last night. You'd gone. When I phoned John.
One
left. Remember I said to you, you sound like John.
All right, no, I weren't there.
I was there. In the morning,
yeah, you was there with Cole.
Yeah.
Right. So remember I said to you, DJ and Jez, you've seen him in the chat. Yeah, and Matt, you've seen him in the chat last summer. Yeah, when he come because they got to go around the corner. Yeah. He's been going 53 years. 53 fucking years. I phoned him up because I knew if I phoned my boy Jay, it's his old man. Yeah, my mate Jay ain't answering the phone. Yeah, he ain't happening. It's like me. He just says everyone. Right. So I phoned this old man. He goes, "All right, Lee." I said, "Yeah, I'm live. I've still got 3.5k people." "Oh, yeah, cool." I said, "Can I ask you a few questions, John?" "Yeah, what do you reckon?" Say, he goes, "Well, that was a load of fucking shit, wasn't it?"
Straight away.
But what do you think? Calafiori? We can't fucking defend, can he?
We'll have to get him on there. We'll have to get him on Jez's History channel.
Right, he's unreal, mate. Honestly, he's been on the phone a few times. And Jez, Matty, you may remember the video. We were smashed. We were in a bar. We were hammered. We were hammered.
I remember hearing about this fella. Yeah,
he's unreal. But he's been going 53 years and he's had a fucking enough. I said, "Was you there against PSG last week?" He went, "Yeah." I said, "So you didn't give it to Jay, no?" He goes, "Nah." I said, "You're going against Newcastle." And my fuck, Jay can have that ticket. They'll just transfer it to Jay. Yeah, and Jay's just happy to be there. Like he's 30 odd years old. He's just cool. He's like one of his little fucking flashlight. Oh, look at me. But like, he's a cool guy. I love him. He's one of my besties. Yeah, but it don't hurt him like it hurts his dad. Yeah, it's like, oh well, yeah, I'll walk out of there. Fuck it, I'll go for dinner with the wife or the girlfriend, whatever. Yeah. Whereas with John, it fucking hurts him. Why? Because it's been invested in him for 53 fucking years, and that is why. You know, when Jezza comes on and people go, oh, he's always angry. He should be angry. He grew up literally that close. I can throw my lighter off that fucking patio door. That's how close he lived at Highbury. His granddad's going back in the 20s. Yeah, he's seen everything. He's seen the players. They come out and speak to you back then. Yeah, cool. I know things change. Big up Daryl, bruv. Jez's link's pinned as well. Everyone's link's pinned. Yeah, it don't hurt these people. Yeah, a gal sitting there, Stricto sitting there going, oh, yeah, when Yardman said, I'd rather be in the Europa League because we've got a better chance of winning it than the champs. They flipped out. A trophy is a fucking trophy, mate. It don't hurt them.
What they don't understand is when to soothe the pain of losing, you have to have success. And what I'm saying is, the more you win, even when you lose, you've got something to fall back on. We're just losing to lose now. There's no success. There's no trophy. There's nothing to look at. There's nothing to look at. Andy said it on the video I played earlier. 20 years. 20 years since we've seen a league title. All of us have seen a league title.
21 years, mate.
It's ridiculous.
Mate, that was half of our lifetime. We're both similar age, yeah? Like, we're a couple of months, 6 months apart, yeah? Matty, we was half our fucking age. Matty, you had hair. Yeah, I didn't have a big forehead. I didn't have a child.
You said somebody said it tonight on Potsy's show. I think it might have been Potsy that said it about, people want to see Arsenal have success. And I thought about Claude. Claude was hoping to see some success. But look what happened. We're not guaranteed. Everybody keeps talking about next year. You're not guaranteed 5 years from now. You're not guaranteed 6 years from now. You're not guaranteed 7 years from now. You need to win today. Find ways to win today. Yeah. And this is what our fan base doesn't realize. They don't realize.
Win something.
Win something. It doesn't matter how big
over the line
is. It doesn't matter how small the trophy is. Success still is success, regardless of the fact.
Yeah.
You saw what I sent you, Lee. I sent the same picture I sent to you to Dan and Aaron. Y'all seen it? What did they say? What those trophies say? Champions. Yep. Champions. I still talk to my buddy to this day. Even my old players, they're all grown 30-plus-year-old adults now. And you know what the first thing they say when they come up to me? Coach, that was a hell of a ride, man. Because they still remember the moments of success. We can even barely remember when we lost because we won so much. Success breeds heritage. Heritage breeds culture. Too many in the fan base don't understand the history of this football club. They don't even try to understand it. I'm American. And I had to go back. When I came Arsenal fan, I had to go back. But as I got older, I went all the way back. This is why my book goes to 1985. I go all the way back to learn the history of the club. Because the standards were set then. The standards were set then. And then it's passed down from generation to generation.
Facts.
The only thing that's being passed down now is gas. We're not winning anything. And then you've got fans that come out today talking about, let's give it another shot next year. When we're a half a decade, we're officially past half a decade now going into next year. 6 years.
The first trophy you can win is the League Cup in March next year.
2026.
Yeah. And they've just seen Chelsea, Man United, and Spurs all get a final after we got knocked out last night, and they're all cool. They're all going to get up tomorrow. They're going to go and watch the Newcastle game. Yeah. And they're going to go and buy the new merch. They get Bukayo Saka 7 on it. The manager will come out on the microphone. Don't accept second place, guys.
Did you see?
Yeah. Demand more, guys. If we demand more, we're negative.
Did you see Matt last night that somebody had a snapshot? I should have took a picture of it. Inter Milan, they picked up almost 2 million new followers last night on all social media. 2 million.
Why?
Why? I was just going to say why, Lee? Because people want to be associated with what?
Winners. Mate, this is why we've been infested. Because Arsene Wenger, as good as he did at this football club,
losing mentality,
he is one of the biggest fucking problems we've ever had at this football club.
Fourth is a trophy.
Yep. Fourth is a trophy.
Why have Manchester City's fan base and Chelsea's fan base grown astronomically in the last 20 years for Chelsea and the
especially
last 10
Chelsea
for Man City? Because they win.
City.
Exactly.
We all remember. All of us remember when City came into the money. We were right there. We all saw it.
Oh wait.
What did the Sheik say? For anybody that remember it, what did the Sheik say? We have bought this team to do what? Win trophies, become successful, and become a powerhouse in world football. That's what the Sheik said.
What did they do, Matty?
Became the force, win trophies, and become relevant in world football.
And guess what? I can go into JD Sports in fucking La Cañada shopping centre and get a Man City shirt. Can't get an Arsenal one.
What did PSG when the Sheik?
I can get a PSG one while I'm there.
What did PSG? What did the Sheik say when PSG bought them? And who was the first person? What was the first major signing they made? This is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. They didn't waste any time.
Winner.
Yeah. And what did we do? Oh, don't worry. We're going to sign Mikel Merino, mate.
We're going to sign Andre Santos.
Yeah, Andre Santos.
But what's annoying? They were gassing up these players all season, and now we've failed on all levels. They're deflecting it away from Arteta and blaming the players and blaming Edu. He ain't even at the fucking club.
That's what got me so mad last night, JB, was that these were the same players that they have defended. I mean, a shield. They have been defended some of these players for years. And last night, for them to turn their back on the same players that they have defended for years, half a decade, they defended some of these players.
Facts, mate.
But this is the problem, yeah. When we beat Real Madrid, now these men go, oh, he's outschooled Ancelotti. He's slapped up Pep as well. Yeah, cool. Eddie Howe pulls your pants down every time, mate. He gives you a wedgie. He gives you a wedgie every time. Yeah, what about Ariola? Done a double. Bournemouth Football Club have done a double over Arsenal.
Bournemouth, Lee. Bournemouth.
Matty, I had nearly as many fucking people watching me live last night with you, Matty, yeah, as they have fucking fans attend their stadium. In fact, I don't know, what's their attendance? 15,000? I had 13,000. They have about 15,000. We have nearly as many people watching us live, Matt, than they have fans in their stadium. And they've beaten us twice.
They beat us 4-1 on aggregate, Lee. 4-1 on aggregate.
But don't worry, Saliba got sent off. Yeah, when he was playing the whole 90 the other day, mate. Yeah. But don't worry, Partey was missing. Well, he played the other day. Oh, but Saka, he's been in. Well, he was playing. Oh, but Odegaard, well, he was playing. That was our best three in midfield. When people think we're stupid, yeah, we have seen football between us collectively on here and in the chat, yeah? Right? And I have a very good chat, and bless up to all of you lot, yeah? They have 10K at their stadium, fucking hell. I had more people watching me live last night than they have fans in their stadium. That's wild. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, collectively here, just on the panel, yeah, 42, nearly 40, 43 next month. Matty 43, DJ 50s, Jez 60s, Aaron in his 30s. Yeah, we've got over 200 years watching this football club, and these men think we're negative. No, we've fucking seen it, mate. We've seen it. Yeah, we've seen what success looks like. Why are they on the green screen? Why has Jez got the badge behind him? Yeah, why do you two go? Why does Matty wake up at fucking stupid o'clock in the morning and go, right, let's go? Yeah, let's go. Why does Matty fucking know everything about Arsenal? Well, not everything. Neither do I. Jez knows everything. Kenny definitely does. Yeah. But why do you invest your time, your money, your effort, Matty? Yeah, when you live in America, you could go, fuck this club, fuck off. Yeah, why'd you do that? Why? Because you fucking love the club. Yeah, these men don't love the club. They like the idea of loving the club. Yeah, because it gives them a way out of something that they're not getting. Yeah, so it's like, oh, it's a family. Oh, but next year. He's giving me... DJ, you say it all the time. Yeah, you say it all the time. Oh, I'm in love with these players. That's all you hear from these dickheads.
Yeah, what they give me. One more year, though. That's all they're saying. I'll give him one more year.
How long?
I was hearing it last year. I was hearing it last year.
JB, how long did Palace give Roy Hodgson? And what was the result after they did what they did? What's the result? Oh, FA Cup final.
Yeah, with a manager who won the Europa League final.
Almost like you need a little experience to get to the promised land, right?
With Frankfurt, how's that happened? Frankfurt.
Boys.
Oh, where did Marmoush come from, mate?
Frankfurt.
Who was the manager at the time? Oh, my man. Yeah, Mateta. Yeah, if I'd said to everyone last summer, let's go and sign Mateta, they'd laugh me out of town. Yeah. That motherfucker scored since Glasner has been manager, which is over this season, to be fair. It was a bit last season.
20 goals?
But if you take it back to when Glasner first took over the job, which was not this season, last season, but like right near the end, he has scored as many Premier League goals as Mohamed Salah.
Ain't that crazy?
But if we said, yo, fuck it, we'll give you Eddie Nketiah, we want Mateta. And if I said that, nah, you're taking a piss. The guy's playing with an earmuff on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like somebody's controlling him on the touchline.
Anybody that's a wrestling fan in here know what I'm talking about. He looks like Rick Steiner. Anybody? Yeah, anybody's a wrestling fan remember that, know what I'm talking about.
You're hilarious.
Look at Chris. Look at Wood at Chris Wood at Forest.
Mm. But he's a one-season wonder. No, he ain't. That guy was fucking us up with Burnley.
You said that years ago about Lacazette, didn't you, Lee?
Yeah.
Having him over.
Literally, when Lacazette was here, I was like, swap Lacazette for Chris Wood at Burnley. Yeah, I said, I guarantee you put Lacazette in Burnley, they get relegated. Put Chris Wood at Arsenal, he scores more goals than Lacazette.
You talk about
all these years later in his mid-30s, smashing it.
We talk about the managers and tactical awareness a lot. You remember how much trouble he used to have with Burnley when Dice was over there? He could never beat him. It told you any manager that knows just enough about football to get over on you, this manager can't handle it. Luis Enrique completely went right back to day 2, changed everything that they did on day 2. He said, they did this on day 2, they did this, we're gonna nullify all of that, and we're gonna watch what happens. And we fell for it. This manager should have came out with something radical yesterday, completely different from left field. And we might would have had a chance. But because he reverts back to tight, he came out there with the same exact thing that he tried to pull the first game, and they snuffed him out.
Listen to this, lads. Watch this. Watch this. One sec. What the fuck's happening?
Like I said, sir, Mikel Arteta.
Listen to that one more time.
Mikel Arteta.
Yeah,
Mikel Arteta.
Luis Enrique has to laugh at him, man.
Mikel Arteta. Ha ha ha. That's because he knows there's some bullshit coming out right now. Yeah. Said that your bench, said that you said they were the best. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. You said they would have been. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It was classy. He was classy post match.
He's brilliant, mate.
When he said about Farmers League, He went Farmers League.
Funny. Yeah, Farmers League.
Yeah. Why can't this manager congratulate Eddie Howe for spanking him though?
Ego won't let him.
He ain't even congratulated the Liverpool manager.
Yeah,
because
why can he do that? What can he do, Enrique? He's a pig. This manager. He is.
We are the League of Farmers. That's what he said. We are the League of Farmers.
I'll tell you exactly why he can't do it, because his fan base is gassed his head up so to where he doesn't believe he have to do anything, because he knows that these fans will follow him to whatever he falls on. And so he feels like he's better than anybody he comes across because the fan base makes him feel that way.
And he reads social media, and if he don't, the club tell him what is being said and what the consensus is, hence why his press conferences, he sounds like a top gooner.
Yep.
He sounds like a Twitter account.
Well, you saw it last week, Lee. Remember he brought up, the injuries. I went downstairs. I saw this many players. I saw this. And I thought to myself, what have I been able to do?
Tommy Asu, unbelievable defender.
Hey, Lee, anybody else would have had this team would be in mid-table.
Mate, who did I say to you earlier that he reminds me of, Mikel?
That's what he said.
Charles Manson. He brainwashes you. That's what he's like. He reminds me of Charles Manson. Just brainwashes you. Evil, awful little man.
I told you it's a cult, man. It's an absolute cult.
And it's sad, and it ain't going to change.
There's a question I'm going to ask you guys before I go.
Go on, Jezza. Love you, man.
It will be this year 55 years from my first Arsenal football match.
Say that again, Jezza.
55 years this year, August.
For your first Arsenal match.
Yeah. 1968-69 season. And we were at home to Leicester City. And I still remember it, going to the Cauldron. It'll live in my brain to the day I die. Walking up the steps of the West Stand with my granddad. We played Leicester City. We won 3-1. And David Court, Bobby Gould scored 2.
Bobby Gould, that's a throwback.
Yeah, it was. Can you guys remember your first? Well, that's unfair.
I can. Graham Rix's testimonial, October 1991. We lost 5-2 to Spurs.
Oh, God, yes.
And most Arsenal fans don't know who Graham Rix is. Don't Google him. He's a nonce. Yeah, but that was my first game. Graham Rix's testimonial. 5-2. We lost to Spurs. We lost to Spurs 5-2. Lost to Spurs 5-2, and I went back. October 91, Jez.
I remember. Well, yeah.
Obviously, yours was 50. Jez, 50. Just listen to what you just said. Chat. There's 2,000 fucking people. In fact, it's 1998. That was a good fucking year. 1,998 people are in here, yeah? Right? Just listen to what he said. 55 years ago this year was his first game. That is crazy, Jez.
27th of April, that was.
Our fan base should be asking people like Jez and JB, what was success like back in the day? What was that like when you did such and such? How did it feel?
How did it feel when you went past the Marble Halls? What was it like when you were in the North Bank or the East Stand or the Western Pocket? What was it like when you're seeing players like this and this and this? They don't give 2 flying fucks, mate.
No,
they couldn't care less. They would, and this is why Igal shut his mouth. DJ, you was on that stream, yeah. Igal shut his mouth, and he kept talking over. Well, he kept talking over me, and then eventually I shut my mouth. Sorry, yeah, because I was like, you would not swap Saka for any right winger in world football. Yeah, so you can waffle about the front line. Well, Saka's part of it, mate. Yeah, he's part of it. Yeah, these men would not take Mohamed Salah over Saka. Yeah, to be fair, I think Saka's a better footballer, but I want the output. Yeah, give me the output. I don't care. I'll take Erling Haaland up front right now. Yeah, Harry Kane's a better footballer, but I'll take Haaland over Kane because he puts output in. Yeah, and the way we play, Haaland will suit us better. Yeah, but my point is, these fuckers have latched on to a football club because of Thierry Henry. Yeah, because of Arsene Wenger. Yeah, the Invincibles. Yeah, now they drop all the merch. Aaron, I think you said it the other day when he was doing the show on Monday. Yeah, with DJ and he was dressing everyone. Yeah, Gokwan's got nothing on him, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah, but real talk, I think
JB, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Gok JB. I think you said it the other day. Like, these fans don't give a shit, bro. Yeah, they don't care about the history. No. Yeah, they don't care about the players. They just care about the manager. They gas up the players, but then as soon as we get an embarrassing loss or we fall short, the players let him down. He coached to win. Well, he didn't because he ain't in the fucking final, mate. Then they'll go, but he outcoached Ancelotti and Pep. Cool. Dean Smith outcoached this fucker, mate. 3-0 at the Emirates. Yeah, worst loss since 1928 against Villa. Yeah. Moyes, Dyche. Yeah, we could go on and on and on. We're not going to do it, obviously, on and on and on. Yeah, but don't worry. Yeah, we had Marty say it. And listen, bless up Marty. Yeah. Oh, well, fucking, I live in my memory forever beating Madrid 5-1. Yeah, and I text DJ when he said it. I said, I live in my memory. The fact that we got knocked out to PSG. Yeah, that'll live in my memory. I'll remember the winner as well.
Yeah. Lee,
I'll remember it right. Because nobody says who got knocked out in the semi-final in 2025. Yeah. They say who won the Champions League in 2025. 100%. No fucker cares about the semi-final losers, bruv. 100%. Who won it?
I was literally just going to ask you who was the semi-finalist in 2009. No one gives a fuck.
Aaron, I do you one better.
Well,
Lee,
we got panned by Man United. Or was that?
Oh yeah. That's 2009. Yeah, we do. Yeah,
Marty said that
now
will
doing that.
Marty said that will live in his mind forever, beating Real Madrid. Well, what about the other time we beat Real Madrid?
And he's all right. He's our age.
That's why I said what I said, because he's our age.
Yeah.
So he knows better. This is
seen it.
They've latched on to this, and everybody keeps talking about, well, what are we going to do if Mikel this? What if we do if he leaves?
The meme of him digging the diamonds and all that.
You've got a reference right. You got a reference right here and right there that tell you exactly what happened when they walked down there and ran him out of here. They've been through this one time before. They know what. So y'all know what the standards are.
Dark days, Jez, weren't they? 2-0.
Yeah, you say dark days. Sorry, Jessica. Go on.
Well, to an extent.
Yeah, but the other thing is, right, I watch and listen. I watch a lot of people. I don't comment. I watch and I listen, and I try to educate myself with these modern fans, if you want to call them that. But what I see from these people is fake positivity. They all talk about the same shit, right? Not one of those fans in my day, DJ's day, would have been on the terrace. They never would have ever stood up and like stood for the Arsenal.
No.
They would have walked and run. Because back in that naughty days, you stood for your club. Don't matter who you were, don't matter what club you were, you stood for your club. And yet I see these arsewipe YouTubers now out there giving it all the big large, thinking they're big and clever, thinking they're the big boys. No, you're not. That idiot, gold bitch.
Oh, fuck him. He's this
You wouldn't have stood your ground.
dirty copper side, called him. You fucking dirty copper. You dirty ex-copper.
That silly cunt. Sorry.
No, don't worry about it. Slip, fraudulent slip, Jezza. Carry on.
that absolute prick. Your mate from Tottenham, right? He wouldn't have stood his ground. He'd have walked. He'd have run. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All these people that give it the big large. Yeah. I can tell you a few people. I can name names of people that made out that they were on the terraces with the firms. No, you weren't. I could name them right here, right now. Yeah, I can name them, and I'd embarrass you by telling you who they are, thinking they are who they are, and they weren't. Because DJ knows the score. He was there. I'm not saying he was part of it, but we knew the score when you
every time away games. You know all the fans. You see them, Jez.
Yeah, every time.
You know the faces, even if you don't know them personally. You see the faces, right?
It was crazy times.
The people, right? I mean, I see this guy does his channel, and it's all bullshit. 30,000 Red Devils went down to so and so. Fuck off, man. 30,000 from Man United went to an away game. Get out of here. Are you having a laugh? 30,000. This guy. I mean, I'm not going to name his channel to embarrass him, but this guy's talking absolute bollocks, right? And he does all these channels about 20,000 of the Soul Crew went down and fought the Jacks at Swansea. No, never happened. Never happened. Because let's get it right. The old Swansea ground only housed about 20,000. So how the hell did all that lot get in then? Right, yeah, big up for that one. Yeah, like the ICF. Yeah, 30,000 of them went down to Millwall. The old Millwall ground. Don't think so. Might have been 3 to 4. Got down there. Yeah. Walked down Cold Harbour Lane. Walked past the Canterbury. But the thing is, guys, what I'm trying to put here, you can catch so many people out when they try to give it the big large. When they don't know the scenario of where they went, right? If they don't know the grounds where they went, they're bullshitting.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds. Oh, look at me.
Tall
But
tale.
then you,
I was there.
yeah,
Oh, no, you
yeah.
weren't, actually. Yeah, you weren't. I mean, that silly... I had that debate with that lady. I call her a lady. From...
No, Jez, I've got to play the clip. I'm sorry, mate. I've got to play the clip.
Channel.
I've got to play the clip.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You are a transgender.
What shows that I'm gay?
You are a transgender, and you're a gay rights activist and an outspoken lesbian, homosexual. How can I describe you?
Come on, Jess, I'm sorry.
I fucking love that. I mean, it wasn't the Hybrid Squad one. It was another one.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Can't think of his fucking name, right? And she was trying to fucking tell me about like the discussion we had tonight, DJ, about being at Anfield, and I said to her, "Oh right, oh you're at Anfield, right?" And
but it's the A levels one. Oh no, that was the other one, wasn't it?
That's silly bollocks. That one. He'd get a proper slap. He would. And you know what I mean. And this bird is trying to tell me she's at Anfield, and she told me she got a bunch of flowers. I said,
"Oh, I know what you mean." Princess.
Oh yeah. You said this before.
Yeah, the obese fuck. Yeah, the fat. Yeah.
How the fuck did you get a bunch of flowers outside the grounds? I said, oh, right, okay. Where were you in the grounds? Oh, well, I was in the seated section. I said, where about were you then? And she was like giving it all the big fucking big one. I said, well, that's funny because the Anfield Road end for the Arsenal fans was no seating.
He was jumping on one another's backs. We ended up seating when they scored the second goal, mate, didn't we? Fucking hell.
Like, really? Really? You like seated in the Anfield Road end? In the quadrant?
Brilliant tonight, that History Channel, man.
What? In the quadrant, in the corner. Yeah? Down there in the Anfield Road end.
she got flowers because she's the pig princess. But Jezza, listen, man. Jezza, I love you, man. I love you, Jezza.
Try and tell me.
Yeah.
But that's why you get so aggressive and angry with it, because these people lie through their teeth and they finesse thousands of people.
You know what? I'll tell you which I'm a really tickle y'all. It's like I used to hear these stories, being black. We hear this one all the time about the Dr. King March, and you hear all these lies about folks.
Mate, you're hilarious.
Yeah, this is the same thing. It's just like I was there when Martin Luther King marched in Atlanta, Washington D.C. We hear it all the time. Like my grandma used to tell me all the time, all the time about these folks talking about they heard Dr. King speak here and they were there. And of course, when he with Arsenal, he's going to be talking about they went to this grind and went over here and went over there. It tickles me every time he tell it, man. Because when Jez tells stories, I like to visualize stuff in my head. I can imagine having watched the videos of the '89.
Oh no, there was about 5 million people at Anfield, mate.
Well, where you was at? And then they say, "Well, I was sitting down, and ain't nowhere to sit down there." You lying bastard.
Yeah. Jez,
go on, mate. Go on,
just
DJ.
Before you go, Jez, that History Channel was brilliant tonight. Loved it. My first game was 1974 at home against Man City when we beat them 4-0. 51 years ago.
They got relegated that season, right?
Yeah, we Kidd scored.
No, that was 72. They got relegated.
Yeah, right? Brian Kidd, Radford scored. Yeah. We had Peter Storey, Matthews played in that game, Nelson, Rimmer was in goal, Rice.
Rice.
Kelly.
Fucking hell.
Man United got relegated, wasn't it?
Which it was 1974. Yeah, it was Man United got relegated 74.
Man City was shit then. They were shit all the time until fucking they moved everywhere.
Yeah, 74. Was it 74 or 72? Man United got relegated.
Man United got relegated 74. We got away with we got full from
And their fucking legend scored the back heel goal for Man City, Dennis Law.
No, we got away with it because we drew last game of the season 1-1 with Leeds United.
Leeds United, yeah. Malcolm McDonald scored, didn't he? No.
Man United got binged that year.
Yeah. That's, I got it mixed up. I thought it was C. Yeah, but you know what's crazy? Yeah, have you heard this?
Norwich City.
You know the story about fucking when we signed Malcolm McDonald from Newcastle. Yeah, 333,333. Yeah,
333, all the threes.
Yeah, yeah. Peter Illwood. Yeah, £333,333.33.
I'll tell you what, though, he played like the devil, mate. I'm sure he wants.
He was class. Didn't he score a hat-trick on his debut? Was it a hat-trick on his debut he scored?
Yeah, his knees were fucked, though. Unfortunately.
Arsenal finished second in 72-73, right? 72-73, we finished second, and then we were fighting for our lives.
The next year.
But
Jez, that's progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is that regression then?
Yeah.
Well, I'd fucking say.
Jez, shout your channel out, man. I love you, man. And listen, you're a credit to me as a person, yeah, and a friend. Yeah, and I do class you as a friend, even though we've never met personally, and we need to sort that. Yeah. I might fucking drive up to Boom.
Get to France, mate, Lee. Get Crash's France trip, innit?
That's only over there. That's only over there.
Have a little swim, mate.
I'll be there for a couple of months, man.
Yeah, we need to have a meet up at some point. But you're a credit to me personally as a friend. Yeah, the education on this channel. Yeah, and there's a lot of people in this chat that don't even support Arsenal. Yeah, but they love listening to you, Jez, because you educate them as well. Yeah, no matter what age they are, yeah. The majority of people in my chat are over 30. I know this, so I'd look at my analytics. Yeah, but a lot of them, like I had some guy in the chat the other day. Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, my boy's going." Mark, his name was. He goes, "My boy's going to Paris." You said it's a shithole. They're fucking like, I'm a bit worried about him. Yeah, and he was the one I pinned it on the podcast. He said he had a season ticket since the 70s. Then he's giving it up. He said, "Fuck off! I ain't doing it anymore, mate. 50 odd, fuck off. See you later. Bye bye. Done." Yeah, and people your age, respectfully, they've had enough. They've had enough, mate. The club ain't the club.
It's a shame.
It's a shame. But it's what it is. Take up golf, Jez. Take up golf or fishing. Well, you like fishing.
I love
fishing. Jez, I'll see you, mate. Yeah. Are we doing the, what's it? We're doing the part 2, aren't we?
Part 2 next week, my friend.
Yeah, I'll see you before then anyway, my friend.
Yeah, big up Jezza, man. Make sure you sub to Jezza's channel as well.
Tell you a little story, right? This is true. This is very true. Nothing to do with football. Nothing to do with football. When 2.5, nearly 3 years ago now, we bought this place out in France, right? It was all because, right, I went and fished that lake when it was owned by somebody else. And I love my fishing. I love my fishing, all right? And I got chatting to the guy that had it at the time. And he said, it's a nice lake. And he said, "Oh, but if you buy it, you've got to buy the house, right?" And the house was derelict. It was absolutely fucking wrecked.
And the roof was fucked, wasn't it?
Yeah, and a tree growing out of it and all kinds. It was.
When it going through the middle of the house or something?
Yeah, it was. It was. True. Hadn't
going through the middle of the fucking house.
Yeah, it had a spin.
Oh, it was inverted.
Going out through the middle of it, right? It had a spindling tree. So what it originally was, it was a 2-story house. It had 1 floor, and underneath was pigsties, right? That's how the French had them. And the wife and I came up with this idea. We thought, well, if we buy that and the lake was fuck all. It came with the land, right? Nothing. So I said, well, if we buy this and we build it, we can develop the ground floor and also the up floor and make it like it's a long property. It's long and narrow, if you want to get my meaning. So we had this idea, but you have to get round the local mayor. So we
I remember this. I remember Conchester. This is hilarious.
we went and we entertained the local mayor and everything. Took him out for dinner a few times. And he was like very up for it.
Sounds like I've seen out the business.
It was.
He bought 12 ounces of.
Yeah, he bought the gate.
We got the boats coming in.
And we got very friendly with the guy. I came up with a few ideas, and I said, right, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that. Anyway, so but one of the deals was we had to develop a business. So I said,
sounds like Scarface.
So I can do this. So what we'll do, we'll build a fishing lodge and rent out the lake, right? It then anyway, work went on. We did the house. We were building the house and refurbishing it. It took 2 odd years to do it. And French people are not great to work with, to be honest. They're very lazy. And
a bit like the Spanish.
Yeah. And it was like they turn up when they want to turn up. And I got fucked off with that. So I got people from over here to go over and work. People I'd worked with over 3 years, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we rebuilt the house, put the roof on and all that shit, right? And then we built this fishing lodge, right? And then I found out we actually only owned half the lake. I was like, what? The fuck
Who owned the other half?
Arteta.
What?
On the other side,
After Wenger.
it was like on the other side of the land was another bloke.
Stinking hooks, Jez.
Well, we couldn't see his house.
Biblical stinking hooks.
Jez was having a stinker, but he was stressed, man, I swear. Go on, Jez. Sorry, go on, Jez.
So you done all of that thinking you own the whole lake and you only own half of it?
Yeah.
He was rattled, I swear, Jez.
So what did you do with the fishermen then?
Hang on.
They could only fish half of it.
No, hang on. What happened was we built this fishing lodge, right? And it had 6 swims. And the only thing that caught us out, right? It's a big lake, fucking lake. When we started to go over to the other side, this guy came down, giving us a big one. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he said,
my land.
And all this. And I'm like, well, we own it. He said, no, you don't. And I had to get a translator in because I fucking clue was going down there. And anyway, it turned out straight down the middle, if you want to split the lake in half, it's 24 acres, right? Yeah. Straight down the middle. He owned that half. We owned this half. Which really wasn't a problem. But
so how did you get the fish to go to your half then?
Hang on. This is the problem. Right?
DJ, you're putting shark nets up. Jez was casting shark nets in the lake. Stop the fish from going over the other side.
Dynamite in the other side, and that.
We'd been building this path, right? It's gravel path around the other side. Having it all dug out and gravelled in, right? Building these things. This guy rocks up one day, giving it all a big one. So we thought, what the fuck's happening there? So we had to back off. We went to see the local mayor, right? Yeah. And he said, oh, yeah. And it's like, yeah, it's he owns the other half of the lake. I said, well, you never fucking told us that.
You was taking the mayor out for meals, giving him all sorts, fucking misses and all sorts. And he knew that he knew that you only owned half of it anyway.
Yeah. So I thought, hang on, we've been done here. So anyway, we went off into Bone, right?
You know, I can't breathe.
Sounds like a 40 Towers sketch, doesn't it?
It does, 40 Towers.
It does, doesn't it? Sounds like 40 Towers Basil 40 sketch. And that.
So anyway,
God,
this
just
lady-
God.
we got this lady solicitor, right? And she's like, mayor, and then we had to go and meet another fella who owned the land, right? And he was a right fucking arrogant bastard. And he was like, blah, 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 blah,
Just
blah,
up your street then, Jess.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're going well with him, mate. Like, fuck
it
off.
didn't work out well.
You prick.
Oh, mate.
So I said, well, hang on, we've been sold this. And he went, no. He was legally right. And I went, oh, for fuck's sake. So I said, I'll tell you what, I'll do you a deal. I said, I'll tell you, I'll do it.
Appearing.
I said,
I'll give you half of me fish.
I will buy, right? So I
£1 fish.
I got this lady.
Oh, shoot that now.
I got this lady to make a map around the lake of 20 yards on the other side of the lands and round, right? And this guy,
God, just
how much? And being French, he went, how much? And I went, well, we'll give you this much money. Now, lakes in France are worth fuck all.
Yeah, they're worth fuck all. Literally, we could buy the whole of France lakes for fuck.
This greedy little bastard, right? Greedy little bastard. He knew where he was coming from. He went 30,000 English, and I went, nah, fuck it. I said, don't want none of that. And he went, well, you built your path, like through this solicitor, which had cost us a few grand. And I went, oh, for fuck's sake. I said to Barbs, I said, how much? Fucking, what are we going to do here?
This is a market opportunity right here, lads.
Right, fucking hell, here we go. And
This is January transfer.
Anyway, eventually we shook hands on a price, and I went, yeah, all right, go for it, because now we got a fence around his part of the land. Right.
Build a wall, guys. Big up Trump.
I'm gonna build a wall.
Oh, mate, we're gonna build a wall.
We're gonna build a wall.
Do you know what the sneaky bastard did?
Pollute the fish.
He dug a tunnel.
No, the dam
poisoned all the fish.
The dam
What did he do?
the lake was got the dam on it.
Yeah.
Right, he still owns that, the fucker.
Hey, Lee.
just
he pieced the shit to Jazz. He said, "I will give you this piece."
He built
I swear
a dam on his lake.
Yeah.
Oh, this is part. It sounds like the Papa Perez of France lakes.
Hey,
Trent, you can come for free, my guy.
Where to the mayor? Where to the mayor?
You know,
I bet he's floating in the mayor.
The mayor got fed to the fucking fish.
Hey, Lee,
like that on the
You're gonna be sleeping with the fishes.
Hey, sound like he was dealing with Marseille's sporting director.
Oh, Jez, that is honestly, that's one of the funniest stories I've heard in ages. I needed that, mate.
Oh man.
When we go out,
I swear that's fucking hilarious. So they still own the dam, the water for fucking.
We got on the 28th of. We go on the 26th. On the 28th, we've got a meeting again with the local mayor, right?
Well, you
want to change tactic because he's having your pants.
I get some piranhas in there, fucking bog washing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You've paid all this money out, and you still ain't got all your lake.
No, we have got. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Dear, dear.
Right, that dam is 100 yards by 50 yards, right? In English, right? We've got to now buy that off that fucking little shit, right?
After he's already tucked him up for the other half. For the other half of the lake. He's tucked him up for half a lake. Now he's got to buy the dam.
Yeah, we can't. Probably we can't do any maintenance. If we need to do,
how much is the maintenance?
You have to go through him, right?
Yeah. He's gonna want that.
That's Sheikh Mansour at Man City. A loophole. Tom Bowley.
Todd Bowley, yeah, that's exactly what they did. That's what Todd Bowley did.
Tom Bowley's so
literally Clown Lake, isn't it?
And listen, we shouldn't laugh, but that's just.
It is Clown Lake.
I'll tell you what.
Literally
we were
Clown
sold
Lake.
down.
I'm listening. I need some piss. That's fucking hilarious.
We've been fucking. I tell you what. Don't deal with the French. Swear down. Swear down.
My boy Jay got fished up, man.
And I was told.
That's put me off of buying a lake in France there, Jez.
Lake costs fuck all. And I'll tell
That's
you what.
fucked our plans up.
I'll tell you what. You can buy a lake in France for no money. That lake has probably cost 3 times what it should have been.
Oh, that's hilarious, man.
Damn that fucking dam, innit?
That is so. I needed that. I needed that after the Arsenal, man.
Because this
That's
guy,
fucking hilarious.
if I want to do any maintenance on the lake, right, that guy's going to say, well, you cannot touch the lake. You know, he's going to be giving it all of that. So I've got to go and see the mayor on the 28th when we get there.
Jez, what phase are the discussions in?
And say, well, yeah, where the fuck are we? What's we in phase 20?
What phase are you in?
I'll tell you what, mate, they'll have you over every bastard time, I swear down. And honestly, 100 yards by 50, right? We can't even walk on that because he's got it fenced off now.
Fucking hell.
Fuckers. Oh, I swear down. It's laughable.
Get yourself out there next week, mate.
Well, we're going on the 26th, mate. And is I mean, fucking hell, I laugh at it. She's going mad. She's mental about it. And like, oh, hello. And yeah, but that's what doing deals abroad. If you don't really know what you're doing, you get caught out, mate.
You get done, mate. Yeah.
I walked into it. I wanted the lake, 24 acres. My dream of my life. I love my fishing. The house really wasn't something. It was like, okay.
Mm.
And she came up with something, and it is a beautiful house now. It's taken us 2.5 years, but it is beautiful. And
we all look forward to the invite, Jez.
Come out, man. Come out.
You're
You're more than welcome. Yeah, mate, come out.
We'll all have a meet up in France.
Mate, I tell you, swear down. It's stunning.
In some of the lake.
Yeah, only half of it though.
Yeah.
No, I've got the whole lake. I ain't got the dam. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's funny. Anyway, if you want
to good night, Jez.
Come out.
Sleep well, my friend. Take care, buddy.
Brother Jez.
Take care, bud.
You'd love it out
Take
there.
care,
Mate. Come out and have a holiday. Come out.
See you, Jez.
The wine's fantastic. I swear down.
You're a legend.
Now, Jez, before you go, very quickly, sorry to cut in, I was listening to you, yeah? You have the little hubs, didn't you? They're like little wooden, like, little hubs where they can fish and they can Airbnb them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got the lake, which he is allowed to own. He ain't got the dam. So he can cut the water off at any point.
No, he can't cut the water off. No, he can't do that. That's illegal. But
But he can make your life difficult.
What we can't do is we can't lower the lake if we need to do any netting.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We can't do that. So he can't.
Because he's got the overall say on the dam, which goes to the lake. So you can't empty the lake out and take all the fish out.
No.
But you have the hubs. You have the little. They're wooden, right?
Well, no, they're not. They're not like that. There are 4. There are 4 lodges.
Lodges. That's what the word I was thinking.
4 lodges which you can rent and fish from your deck if you want. The rest of the swims are all for like people want to bivvy up, like the canvas bivvies, like I do, and I do that. And there's the fishing lodge, which is shower, toilets. A lady comes every day in the summer and cooks breakfast and all that
Yeah,
shit.
come on, Jez is a G, man. Come on, Jez has worked his bollocks off all his life. He's watched Arsenal fucking destroyed in front of him. Yeah, he needs some fucking relaxation, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Man. That's really good, Jez, man.
No, I'm proud of you, man. No, listen, Jez, I know that's your passion as well. For you love fishing, isn't it?
No, I love it, man. Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
you do.
Yeah, good for
You know,
you.
do you know what's funny as well? Yeah, well, I say it's funny. Do you know what's crazy? My missus, who I'm with, I was on with Potsy. Yeah, Potts yesterday, not tonight. The night before, the day before, just before the game, like in the afternoon. And I was like, Dan, I've only got an hour. My missus text, fucking doing my nutting, bruv. I was like, what the fuck? I finished work. I'm downstairs. I was like, Dan, I've got to go. She's like that. Go outside. She's outside. She popped the garage open, so I walked out underneath. She's like that. I'm like, why are you waving these keys at me? What are we doing there? I was like, fucking Arsenal playing a few hours. What the fuck's going on here? Yeah. Oh, baby, just to let you know, yeah, I'm now a homeowner. Yeah.
No.
Right. She saved all of her money from her second job. She sells real estate. She saved all of her money from her second job. Didn't even tell me. Yeah, she's told me she wanted to buy a gaff, yeah, and I didn't want to buy it. But she lost a gaff years ago when she split up with her husband and went back to Japan. Yeah. So now she's in rented around the corner from me, half a mile. She's worked a second job. Yeah, stashed every fucking penny in that second job. Got the keys to the gaff yesterday. Yeah, I was gassed, man. And then I fucking watched Arsenal lose. Yeah, so I've gone from up here to down here real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see her. I was just like, I see the fire in the eyes, in the heart. Yeah, because she's done it on her own this time, whereas before it was with her husband. Yeah, and it's like when Jez is like, you can hear the like that's like her. It was like I didn't even know. Yeah, didn't even know. Yeah, and she's
Big up
like,
Miss Lee, isn't it? Big up
thanks
Miss
in the
Lee.
game. I was like, I don't want no part. I know I'm getting tucked up for a fucking kitchen in a couple of weeks, mate. Trust me.
Yeah, you watch now, Lady B.
Yeah, fucking hell. I'm getting tucked up for a kitchen, a sofa, the decorations, everything, the builders. I'll get your dad out here. He's a good fucking DIY expert.
Done there, mate.
Leave me in peace. Leave me in peace. No, but bless up to her as well. But Jez, yeah, I'm going to come and see you at some point in France. It's literally only there.
Yeah, come on down. Come on down, man.
Come on down. DJB, market opportunity. Come on down.
Yeah.
Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. You know.
How long are you there for, Jez?
We're going on the 26th of May.
And your birthday's 31st, right?
31st of May. I'll be
Champions League final, unfortunately.
Well, we won't be there, so I don't care. 64, May the 31st. So we're going to have a nice old knees up something for that.
When did you come back? It's June.
Jez, you say you'd be 64?
64, man.
Hey, man. Lee, think about this shit. Jez was our age the last time we won a title.
Right. This is how your brain works here.
Hey. Jez was our age the last time we won.
20 fucking 1 years ago, Jezza was our age. That is wild, mate.
I was 43.
You had hair then. You look like Calafiori, mate. DJ, you would have decked him out in the polo shirt, the high socks, the shorts.
And they'll tell you the next
the
year.
shirt you put on Normski. Norms, that's Jezza's.
I was 37. I was 37 last time I league, man.
Fucking hell, mate.
I was 16, man.
You're a young boy.
Yeah, I could buy a lottery ticket and cigarettes
I'm
at
the
that
old,
time.
I'm the
Yeah,
old
that's it.
fucker here, really.
No, but you're the beacon of experience and knowledge, Jez.
I don't know. Honestly, this is ridiculous, isn't it?
21 years.
Yeah.
Aaron, how old was Aaron? So Aaron was what, 5 when we last won a League Cup or one in Europe?
Yeah, in League Cup, 89. Yeah, I was 4, maybe 5. Yeah, 4 or 5.
League Cup, 87. 87 was my first trophy. 87, you weren't even born.
No.
89. You was born.
93. Yeah, you were born 89, weren't you?
Yeah, because my eldest was born in 91.
Yeah.
My eldest was born in
the second
91.
best thing that happened in 89 was Arsenal winning the league. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, me being born was first. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know how crazy that is when you actually say it like that?
Yeah.
Now, Jez is 64 at the end of this month. He was mine and Matty's age last time we won a league title.
Wow.
That is 2 decades ago.
Scary.
And people are happy jumping around, give him another year.
Wait the next year. Yeah, wait the next year. They mean wait the next decade.
Matty, I swear down, we're never going to see a Champions League in our life, mate.
It's true what Kenny said, though, on tonight. He said tonight, for fans of a certain age, we're worried we might not ever see Arsenal win the Champions League.
Yeah.
I don't
bit like me with England winning the World Cup. Never seen them win it.
My dad see us win a World Cup.
Never seen them win it. I was born 67.
He was born 58. My dad was 8 when they won that.
Fucking man.
So that was like me when I'm watching fucking Anfield and all that, yeah. My dad was 8, so he didn't really get it. Yeah, but even like when he obviously knows now. Yeah, but it's like that's only because he's looked back at it. But when you're watching it, it's like the first ever World Cup. You're looking at it, you're just a kid. So it's like, oh, football's on. You don't understand what's going on and the magnitude of it. Yeah, and what it means for certain countries, especially Brazil. Yeah, because all the fucking shit like goes on in Brazil. Yeah, it's like, mate, your missus Brazilian.
Yeah.
She don't even watch Brazil anymore, does she?
They were done with Brazil after 7-0.
Yeah, Germany. They don't even watch them anymore, mate.
Yeah, that was it. They was done.
That was annoying.
And we know Brazil is like the footballing nation. Yeah, it's Brazil. Fucking Brazil. Now look
I
at
was
them.
brought up on Brazilian football, really, watching it from the UK. It was fucking magnificent, wasn't it, Jez?
Sad to say, guys, I remember the 1970 World Cup, mate. I mean, I remember my dad let me stay up at the weekend to watch those great teams.
My dad let me stay up. That's me at Anfield 89. My parents let me stay up because it was on a fucking Friday. They had no school day.
I couldn't in the week. I had to go to school. But I remember sitting up with my dad, who was not really a football fan, respectfully, but he let me watch, and I will never forget the game. Let me watch the opening game. It was 11 o'clock at night on a Friday night, and it was Mexico against Russia, and it was a 0-0. It was a fucking boring game of football. I'll never forget that. It was my first game of watching the World Cup.
I'll never forget 1974.
Oh.
Didn't Holland get to that final?
Germany beat Holland.
West Germany, yeah.
And I saw Johan Cruyff, and I thought, this is not football. I don't know what planet he's on, but this is not football.
You can walk on water.
This guy was just, as a little boy in 1974, watching Johan Cruyff, I was like, has he just done that? Has he done that to that defender?
That's what they look at Saka and think.
Twist out. That's what they looked at Lamar this week and said.
And this is, and Jez will back me up on this. Mine and Jez's definition of world class is not what people roll off their tongues nowadays. When you've seen Cruyff, men like Cruyff, Beckenbauer, you know, all these top players, Bobby Moore. You know what I mean? Am I right, Jez?
George Best.
World class, man.
This chat's lit. Yeah, real talk here. I know Jesse wants to bounce here.
No,
you guys have seen Maradona. Yeah, my dad's seen Maradona. Yeah.
Oh, Maradona was quality. He was fantastic.
Yeah, I only seen him when he was like that in America in the World Cup.
Did you know what?
Yeah, Matty, that's probably when you first see him as well.
He was lit. Yeah.
Do you know why Maradona used to warm up with his bootlaces undone on his football boots? He used to warm up with his bootlaces undone. And the reason why he used to warm up with his bootlaces undone was the cameras used to home in on his boots because he used to do all these ball skills. When he was doing all these ball skills, they used to home in on his boots because all his laces were undone. And because he was sponsored by Puma, when the cameras homed in saying, "Oh, he ain't got his laces done up," that's when he had advertising.
Boom. Yeah, boom. Yeah, smart, isn't it?
Yeah. You have a look at Maradona's warm-up. All his bootlaces are undone. He never tied his bootlaces until kick-off.
He just kicked the ball up in the fucking air.
Oh, mate.
Yeah? And he'd just trap it. He'd come down, his boot off the shoulder. He'd be doing a little jig.
Yeah,
It's like he knew he was better than everyone.
Oh, he was phenomenal, mate. He was. He was.
Do you reckon he's better than Messi? Because you've seen them
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
You reckon he was better than Messi? My dad said that as well. My dad said he was better than Messi.
His balance, his skill, his vision.
What do you reckon, Jess? Do you reckon he was better than Messi?
Yeah, he was legend, man.
Now, if they say that tells you all you need to know.
My dad said that. My dad's 60.
You see, you got to think about it.
67 in August. He said Maradona's better than Messi.
Go and watch the videos. Just go and watch him.
They've seen all the legends. They've seen them. They've seen most of them anyway. Most of them.
I've seen most of them. Yeah.
We've seen legends, but they've seen legends.
Really?
Yeah. What about Platini? Because like my old man said, him and Glenn. And every time he mentions Platini, he mentions Glenn Hoddle.
What about that Platini? Jez, tell him about Platini. Man.
Didn't he win a Ballon d'Or like twice or three times or something?
Platini, God, dear God, that man, he was just exceptional. He seriously was exceptional.
When he when a player changes a game, ridiculous.
I don't know if I've ever seen a player in that position. Being honest, I don't think I've ever seen a player in that position as good as him ever since.
Who would you like? Not in this era, but from maybe the 90s onwards. Who would you say is the closest? But obviously, not nowhere near him. But who would you say is very similar, or stylistically? Like, who would you say? Because when my old man mentions Platini, he always mentions Glenn Hoddle. Yeah, he's like Glenn Hoddle could have been the fucking Platini, but he weren't as good as Platini.
Platini was very quick with a ball. He was very quick with a ball at his feet. So he had a bit of Hoddle about him with his vision, but he also had a bit of Henry with him as well. He was a mixture of the two. He was brilliant.
We watched him. We watched Socrates that night. We was at
Socrates, yeah, mate. Me and Matty sit backstage for hours.
Dr. Socrates,
Zico,
Zico. Well, look at the names you're mentioning. And Matty, we ain't seen these, isn't it?
We have to watch the video. We have to go back and watch the video.
But even when you watch the video, we weren't there, Matty. We didn't see it live.
The full experience. Yeah, we never got.
Yeah, we didn't see it on TV getting buzzed up. Yo, I'm going to watch Platini. You see the feeling I get when I watch Pedri in your mouth?
Beckenbauer.
Yeah. Or what we have with Henry and all this, yeah. Whether you go against or not. But when the buzz you get, I've not been to Barcelona to watch Pedri in your mouth, but I'm going to tune in to watch Pedri in your mouth. So I'm experiencing it on my TV.
But the difference is, right, the difference is with players back then, they were getting clattered.
In the hell knocked out of them.
They were getting, refs were like, play on. They were getting, that was when you could tackle from behind.
Yeah.
So their vision and their thinking had to be quicker because there was people clattering them at every opportunity. You could tackle back then. You can't touch players now. You touch a player and the ref's blowing the whistle and it's like free kick. Whereas back then, man was getting tackled from behind. So they had to be one step ahead, and this is what made them even better. And they was playing on pitches that were absolute crap.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time.
That's madness that you lot think of John Zagana obviously playing football. I just remember him as manager of Fulham, man. Do you know what I mean? It's just eras, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's mad.
That's hilarious, man.
Zagana, that French team, mate, that French team was just...
it was just a joke, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What do you reckon of Gaza?
Gaza was our last proper world class.
He was a maverick, wasn't he? Proper maverick.
Gaza was a world-class player.
He was our Platini. He wasn't as good, from what I've been told.
He had it all. I have not seen a midfield. When people say, "Oh, Jude Bellingham, world class,"
get out of it, man.
Rice, nah. Paul Gascoigne, mate. Gaza had it all.
That was my first international tournament in that '96 when Gaz had done that.
Was you there?
What's his name? What's his name? Who stitched over? He nicked it over the ginger geezer's head.
Oh, Colin Hendry. Yeah,
yeah.
fucking. Who was the fucking that played for Liverpool? He took a penalty and the ball moved against David Seaman. What was his name? Midfielder who played for Liverpool. Yeah, that was against Scotland, wasn't it?
Oh,
yeah, Scotland 2-0.
Yeah, fucking. What was his name? What was his name? Yeah, fucking. The ball moved. The ball moved as he took the penalty. Gary McAllister. Yeah, the ball moved. And Seaman saved it just off his elbow.
He was good at pens and all, wasn't he? Yeah, but
Seaman was he's fucking better than Ryan, mate.
I'll be honest with you. That Gazza was he had it all, didn't he? 2 feet.
He was unreal, mate.
Dribbling, 2 feet. Everything, yeah.
Some of the stories he used to come out with, like fucking, bro, like when he went to England national team, right, fucking, the ball went over the fence, and I think they were training at Arsenal, right, at London Colney, and it's gone over the fence to fucking wherever they were training. It's gone over the fence. He goes, "I'll get the ball." Now I'll get the ball in his Geordie accent. He jumps over the fucking fence. Yeah, he then fucks off fishing. Yeah, 24 hours later, they're back in training, isn't it? He's been sat there sipping the beers, fishing all night. Yeah, he jumps back over the fence 24 hours later, got it.
Yeah. But
remember when he nicked the team bus at Middlesbrough? The team bus at Middlesbrough, he nicked the team bus. Yeah. Fucking. Hey, Gazza's book's a myth, mate. I swear, Gazza is fucking hilarious.
What's the story, Lee? What's the story where I'm sure it's like one of the coaches and he says, "Oh, can you drive my car down to so and so for a game?"
Yeah.
And then he brings the fucking police on him and tells him
my car. Yeah, it's like, "Oh yeah, can you take my car? Can you take my car?" Because they wanted, he wanted to fuck him up or something. So I can't remember the exact story. Then he phoned the police. And they drive past on the team bus. Yeah. On the team bus to the game, and he's going, "Fuck you, fuck you."
He pulls him over in it.
Imagine being in a locker room with him, mate. Fucking hell.
What do you reckon it was like at Rangers, bruv, when he was there?
Wimbledon.
I bet that.
You got your question, Lee. Scott Lord.
I'll get the super chats in a second, guys.
Scott Lord has a good question there. That's a really good one there.
Oliver Kahn, Sepp Meyer, Manuel Neuer. Who is the greatest? Well, DJB is probably more qualified than us.
Well, we saw Oliver Kahn. We saw
Oliver Kahn. Bro, he looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger with blonde hair.
Sepp Meyer. I would say Sepp Meyer. I reckon Kenny Ken would as well if he was on here.
Yeah, Oliver Kahn is Arnold Schwarzenegger with fucking blonde hair,
Sepp
mate.
Meyer with some goal.
Literally, he looks identical to him.
Yeah.
But we're not old enough to know and watch that. Like, I've seen it, but we weren't there.
All brilliant though. All brilliant. All
because
brilliant.
people gas up this Manuel Neuer, and he's a great goalkeeper. I can't lie. Yeah, but Oliver Kahn's level is better than him.
Yeah.
But I never see Sepp Meyer. Yeah.
Yeah, Sepp Meyer was a quality.
You know, the thing that revolutionized Neuer was that whole sweeper keeper deal, where he playing at the back. You know.
Yeah, standing on the halfway line like our goalkeeper now.
Now you want to talk about goalkeepers in general, man? Buffon, Gigi.
Goalkeepers there,
bro. You don't make
Gigi
him like
Buffon, mate. Do you remember when he moved? For 32 million quid. Everyone was like, "What?"
You were like, for a
goalkeeper.
You were like, for a goalkeeper. And then you see him play, you're like, "Oh well, yeah, I understand why."
Right, Tone. If you're free, jump on. Yeah, bless up this guy. Yeah, home and away Chelsea. Yeah, for fucking 50 fucking years. Yeah. Yeah, if you're free, I'm going to stay live for about half an hour and I'm going. So if you're free, text me, mate, yeah? Text me and I'll get you on for a little bit, yeah? But let me grab these super chats real quick, yeah? Big up Trent Benedict Arnold. What's a name, bruv? Yeah? And Trent Benedict Arnold. Big up Gianni Usi. Craig Burley slammed Arteta. Matty, please play it. We've played it, brother. Rewind. Big up to you, man. As a City fan, this happened at our club. He's talking about the
badges, the crest.
Yeah, the crest, the badges, the ticketing system, so on and so forth. Big up to Ahmed Suleiman. Our best ever season was when we finished finished 2 points behind City and never won anything. We've only got worse. That shows we will never win anything under this manager.
No.
Our best isn't good enough. Facts.
Sometimes you just have to face it.
I told you I would have
set your hands up and say, sorry, it's not good enough.
Told you I would have sat them when we ball an 8-point lead. That was all I needed to see.
Yep. And guess what? Yeah, they were standing there telling my mate John, who's been going 53 years. John, you're negative. Not staying for the lap of honour. Not staying for Granit Xhaka's send-off. We ain't fucking won nothing. Now, these are people that when yeah. When you move from Highbury, you pick your seat in it at the Emirates.
Yeah.
These are people that went to fucking Highbury with him. They're brainwashed. People in their 60s, brainwashed.
I know, mate.
Yeah, you're negative, John. Fuck off. We ain't won nothing. Oh, piss off, John.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely.
Big up Gianni again. What did Massimo Moratti do when he took over Inter in the 90s? He said, we're returning back to glory. Spent over $1 billion before any owner. Yeah, and won 15 trophies in 16 years. It's mentality, guys.
Yep.
But don't worry, guys. It takes time, guys. Big up Footy Kappa. Big up Neftali. My guy always, brother. Salute LG in the panel. Gunner Coaster FC back again. Nev, we need to get you on in the summer as well. In fact, maybe before the summer.
With the dog.
Yeah, whenever you're free. Yeah, bring the dog. Yeah, his dog's called Campion.
Yeah, with the suit. You just put the suit on.
Yeah, put the suit on, man. Come for Arteta's funeral, bro. Bring the dog, Campion. I said, why do you call it Campion? Because I win trophies, bro. Champion. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Ankushiu.
Jesus Christ.
Is it just me, or does Arteta look like Ted Bundy? You, man, are crazy, bro.
Got him Arteta.
Big up Neff again. What pisses me off is Top Gooners think we could go again after a season where Manx, Bayern, Atleti, Madrid, Liverpool went at their best. We need to rip the squad up and war chest, bridge the gap.
Facts.
Everyone's in for a striker, but don't worry, guys. We're getting Nico Williams, Zubi Doo, yeah, and Jokeris. Yeah, cool. We'll end up, with fucking Thomas Partey on a renewal. Yeah, we'll end up with 29 up front. Yeah, and we'll end up with fucking Mudryk, or Madwakey from Chelsea, or Sterling full time.
Or Kudus from West Ham.
Yeah.
Lee, just quickly before you move on, do you know what we'd do if we finally found after 20, 30 years that war chest, the old elusive war chest? We'd probably sign about 5 left backs, 4 goalkeepers, and fucking sign Raheem Sterling again.
You know when Strix I was talking about the meme where they're digging for diamonds. Well, and then but if we walk away, that's the war chest. Keep digging, mate.
No. That Indiana Jones can't find that war chest.
Yeah.
Commiseration.
Big up J Michael, man. Luton fan, but love your channel. Bless up to you, brother.
Yeah, commiserations on the relegation, man.
Nah, fuck them.
But
we can see the next door neighbour's knickers when we go in the away end. Nobody cares.
So authentic. It's so authentic.
Yeah. But he's the best looking manager in the league. Yeah, he got sacked, mate, and they got relegated again.
So Mikel Arteta finished second again, then, did he?
Yeah, he finished second last season. What was his name?
Best manager in the league.
Can't remember his name. Was it Rob Jones?
Can't
remember. Rolfie, if you're in my chat, email me or text me. Yeah, because you know
manager we know.
You know Chelsea, yeah? Rob Edwards, that's it. Rolfie, if you're still in my chat, text me or email me. It's in the description, yeah? Because you're a real one, mate, yeah? I was in the car with that fucker, Tony Rolfe, yeah? I was in the car with that fucker the day Abramovich bought the club. Now, this is why I know Chelsea inside out. Yeah, I worked with that joker for 15 fucking years, mate. Yeah, and he's proper Chelsea. Yeah, he was there. Gianfranco Zola, la 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 la. Yeah, in Milan when they took over the whole of Milan Square. Yeah, home and away, 50 years. So message me, bruv. Come on, hurry up, man, because I'm going to bed in half an hour. Big up to Fred. Big up. My name is Fred. It's not Jeff. It's Fred. Big up, boys. Aussie Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. Proper Chelsea. Well done on getting to a final, mate. Hope you lose to Betis. Isco FC, Isco Disco, and that. And the FC. Man like Abdi. But he don't get GA. But he used tonight. But I love your show. and the panel football standards bring back the football we love, not this corporate bollocks. Big up to you, bro. Facts. Big up to Muad Al Hosni. Please play Arsenal Champions League exit montage. Embarrassing. Brother. I'll tell you, man. These fucking names. Look at the picture as well. That's fine. I'll tell you, man, needs to go. Well, somebody said to me in my chat, because I put out on Twitter last night, I said Mikel Arteta is the Hitler of Arsenal, of football management. Somebody put in my chat earlier saying no, he's the who was it? Who did they put in my chat? Who was the guy they put in the fucking chat? It was on the tip of my fucking tongue. It's gone. Yeah, Mussolini.
David
It's
Correa.
Mussolini, because he couldn't get over the line and he had a shit army. Yeah, big up Tito. Yeah, what Maradona did at Napoli has never been duplicated. Yeah, I only wore Puma as a kid. Facts. Bro, we used to walk out there, David Beckham haircuts, not me, yeah, but Man U fan, David Beckham haircuts, Ronaldinho, you want to play like Ian Wright, yeah, you wanted to do Maradona, yeah, fucking Leo Messi for the youngers, yeah, fucking all the, bro,
Puma
Romario.
Kings, brother.
Remember when the Brazil
Puma
team
Kings.
did that, when Bebeto scored and Romario and all these men, fucking get out of here, it'll never be replicated, bro. Yeah, we've lived in that era.
Did you wear them boots when you was a kid, the Puma Kings?
Yeah,
Puma
that's what I used to wear, the
Puma
Puma
King
Kings,
boots.
soft as anything. And
They were good boots.
Matty's got the copper
Adidas
90s, right?
Mundials. Adidas
Yeah,
Mundials.
go grab the copper
Yeah, the
90s.
Copper Mundials. Yeah. I've got Predators
Yeah,
up
Matty's got the fucking
the
bad
Copper
boys, bro. Back in the day, Matty's got everything, bro. Matty's got the bad boys.
Matty's
got the bad boys.
They're the
He's got a
best
pair
boots
of Copper Mundials.
They're the best boots, mate.
David Beckham made the Adidas Predators, like.
There is no way Matty's got a
Predators.
pair of Copper Mundials. I'm not
Nah.
having it.
And back then you had Kappa, yeah, you had Lecoq Sportif.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like proper Sergio
And
Tacchini.
Dennis Bergkamp used to wear Reebok football boots and Asics.
Yeah, Asics as well.
Asics football boots were so soft. They were incredible boots.
Yeah, that Fiorentina kit back then was lit as well. I
Yeah,
can't
that
lie.
was-
That was
that
the
was-
baggy Batistuta shirt.
Yeah, Batistuta.
Yeah, Lotto was a bad make back then. Like, yeah, Patrick, Diodora, Umbro.
Diodora.
Get out of here, man. This, bro, I'm so gassed here that we all share a stream together, and we've Mizuno. Come on, and the Slim Part. Big up Topside Highbury.
Adidas Predators, mate.
Yeah, give me a David Beckham.
Bad boys, man.
Yeah, they're fucking proper, man. Dunlop, Mitre.
Yeah, but Matty's going to come out with his Mundials. You watch.
Matty's got the bad boys, trust me. Yeah. Flavin strikes me. Bro, I swear down there, these men don't even know. They don't even know. Yeah, they think Bukayo Saka is one of the best wingers in world football. No, he's not.
Don't be silly.
Big up to Mash. I have to proofread these because I might get caught out. Mash in a Joe.
Bukayo Saka is a brilliant player, but
That's
he's
not
not
right.
world class.
Yeah, but DJ, real talk, yeah.
He's not world class.
Real talk.
From
Would
players
he
that
have
are.
gotten any league title winning bench that we've had? I don't
No,
think he would.
He wouldn't have got in front of Lundberg or anyone like that.
Would he have got in front of Anders Limpar?
Um,
Merson, like fucking.
No, he wouldn't have got in front of Merson. Definitely not.
Would he got in front of Pires? Yeah, would he been
No,
on the?
leave
Forget
off.
that. Would he have got on the bench in Anfield '89?
Who's this we're talking about? Sorry,
Saka.
Saka. Oh, it definitely wouldn't have got in ahead of Pires. No way. Pires is level.
Would he have got on the bench at '89?
He might have sneaked. He
What,
might
ahead
have.
of Rocastle and
No, probably not.
That's what I'm saying. These men think he's one of the best players in world football.
way.
That shows how shit football is.
Lee, I don't know if it
And
was
that's not a
just
diss
me.
to him because he's very good in the era he plays in. It's
Yeah,
not
he's
his
brilliant.
fault.
He's brilliant.
Yeah, he's
He's
class.
not-
He's unreal.
Yeah, but he's not.
Maybe this was just me, yeah, because you watch Spanish football all the time, yeah, and I'm transferring over there. I'm going to do that.
I don't blame you. Mental health and all that, you know what I mean?
I don't know about if anyone else in the chat agrees with me. I was watching that Inter Milan Barca game, sorry, and every time I was watching them out, I was thinking Saka's nowhere near this fucking geezer. Nowhere near it. Every time I was watching him, you probably didn't think that because you watch him every week. I was sat there thinking, this geezer,
The way he dropped the shoulder, nutmegged my man, and went, see you later, doubled and trebled up on. Hit the post, hit the bar, hit the
Incredible player.
Mad
I love
save
Saka.
from Donnarumma.
I
Bro,
love
that guy deserved to be on the winning team.
Oh, incredible player.
If Inter Milan had him in their team, yeah, they would have spanked Barcelona. Yeah, he's unbelievable. Him and Pedri, you take them out and put them in our team, even with this scumbag manager, yeah? Right? They'll just ignore the manager. They're just going to play football. Fuck him. What's he going to do? Yeah, what's he going to do? But this is why I watch Barca. Yeah, people say, oh, you're Madrid. Yeah, I've been watching Madrid 30 odd years. Yeah, Madrid are my team. But guess what? I'm a football fan. Yeah, I can appreciate Barcelona with Messi, MSN, Neymar.
Exactly. Yeah.
You appreciate football before you're a supporter of a club.
Of course you do.
We watched that game the other night, and everyone's going, oh, what a game of football. Motherfuckers, we watch that every week. Yeah, now you see it once in a blue moon, and everyone's knocking one out. No, we used to watch that every week. Hello? Yeah, hello? We used to see that in 91 with George Graham. Yeah, you guys have seen it before. We used to fucking see that every week, and it weren't even just these. It was the Prem. Me and Matty sat backstage the other day. Yeah, and we went through 2005-6 season. Best goals. The amount of bicycle kicks. When did you see a bicycle kick? When did you see a 40-yard slappage volley? Yeah, when did you see a volley in general on the edge of the box?
No, you don't see it though. You don't.
When did you see a fucking 40-yard screamer? Yeah, when it came up at the bottom of the screen. Now I know Matty can hear me. Yeah, Steven Gerrard. He went, well, he goes, y'all know this is going to go top bins. Yeah, bang, top bins. Yeah, two guy, Kevin Nolan. Yeah, Elano, and Man City, bruv. It's just different. It's different. Yeah, they coach shit out of you these days.
You're talking about that 89 team, right? If I name you the 89 team, right, respect, you tell me one of these players.
1 second, mate. Let Jezza land. Go on.
That Saka would get over, right?
Go on.
Lukic in goal. Obviously, he's not going to play there, right? Dixon, Winterburn. Obviously not.
Richardson.
Right? Yeah. Thomas, O'Leary, Adams, Rocastle. Do you think he'd get over it?
Smith.
No way.
Smith, Bold, and
Michael Thomas.
Merson.
Oh, sorry.
That's what a player.
Michael Thomas. Do you honestly think of that front? I'm being serious now. I'm being serious. Do you think Saka is better than Merson, Rocastle?
Jesse ain't getting on the bench, mate.
No, he's not better than Saka and Rocastle. Definitely not.
I mean, you look at
Saka does not get on the bench. And that's not a diss to him.
Thomas.
Yeah, bless up Paul Davis as well. Bless up Paul. I met Paul Davis outside the ground. Bro, he ain't dead, bro. Why are you saying RIP? Unless he died and I don't know.
Paul Davis, he's still alive.
I see him outside the ground. Last time I went.
Show us them boots, Matty.
Show us the boots. Let me go full screen on Matty.
Have a look at these boots, right?
These are proper. These are proper.
Are they Copper Mundials? Copper Mundials, right? Look at them. Look how soft them leathers are. By a mile.
Proper pair of fucking boots.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Italian?
Look at the studs.
I used to have
old school, isn't it? Yeah, like molds, isn't it?
When I was refereeing, I had the old Italian 90s. Do you remember them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice referee.
I had them all. I had Nike Tempos, everything.
Yeah.
Like Tempos. Fuck it up.
Yeah, the game of football has changed.
Do you remember you could change the studs?
Yeah, you had the little spanner thing to
Yeah.
Five pair of football boys that came with the spanner.
We had a local store.
Extra studs, longer studs.
We had a local sports shop, right? that if you lost a football stud, you could go into the sports shop and buy just one stud. And he pulled a drawer out and he'd go, aluminium or nylon? And you'd go, Ali, please. And he'd give you one stud. How much that? That's 5 pence.
Wow. Yeah, that's it. Wow.
It's just different, man. It's just different. Now they got these molds. Yeah. And Beckham's a fucking problem, by the way, because them Predators that you have, Aaron. Yeah, show the Predators, Aaron. Put them full screen. Let me take you full screen.
Look at that right there, boy. Classic.
Yeah. So you obviously got underneath. Oh, still got a bit of grass on them. A little bit of fucking Jurgen Klopp. Oh, yeah, the molds.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Do you know what's bad with them? Yeah, them. Look at the molds on them. Yeah,
yeah.
Right, they're like blades. Molds,
yeah, that's what it says. Yeah, like blades.
Right?
Yeah.
Now look at the ones they wear now. They're fucking a quarter of the size. They ain't that long.
No,
they're a quarter of the size.
Look
and they're rolling around like, fuck
I
off, man. Yeah, now imagine the metal studs.
And they're all
you could have them as different
yellows,
sizes, different sizes, different colours.
Colours.
Yeah, and who was it that said it? Was it Vinnie Jones? Somebody said it. I swear it was It was Vinnie Jones or Gaza said, I deliberately put the longer metal studs in, so maybe it was Roy Keane, because I wanted to fucking hurt him.
No, it's Gaza.
Yeah, somebody said that. I wanted to fucking hurt him, so I put the longer studs in, metal studs. They were the screw-ins.
Hey, Lee, share that screen. Yeah, you remember when shin guards used to look like that?
Yes. Yes.
Proper shin guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a protective over the ankle.
Yeah.
Protective over the ankle with a little bit of plastic over each side of the ankle.
That's quality, man.
I played with them. They're old school, but yeah, I even still played with something similar like that.
Maybe it was Rooney. Yeah, it was Rooney against Chelsea. It was Rooney.
I knew
DJ. It was Rooney. I think Gaza said it as well, but Rooney said, "Yeah, I deliberately."
Was it Rooney? Oh no, it probably weren't Gaza then. I thought it was Gaza.
Rooney. Yeah, it was.
All right.
Rooney said, "I deliberately put the longer metal studs in because I wanted to fucking hurt them."
All right, chat. Well done. Yeah,
I wanted to hurt them.
You know, back in it's like funny, man, because even now with these shin guards, we be playing and the ref's like, "Hey, man, go put on some shin guards." You're like, "I got on shin guards."
They're smaller than a fucking iPhone now.
Like they're not protecting anything. Like that's as soon as you get hit, you get hit. You know.
My first pair of Predators were the champagne David Beckham ones, the color ones.
Oh.
Champagne color ones with a red tongue.
Champagne era,
man. Yeah, champagne as a.
I'll tell you what.
I swear, it's just different now, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just different. It's sad to see.
T90 ball, the old ball.
T90.
Remember the Jubilani? You remember the Jubilani? The Jubilani.
I remember the Jubilani. Yeah. Do you remember the Scorpion ball, the shiny silver one back in the day, like in the early 2000s? Yeah.
So you probably don't remember the Mighty Multiplex, do you?
I did.
I've heard of it.
You remember the Mighty Multiplex?
Maybe I'd recognise it, not off the top of my head. I don't know the
name. You catch one of them, they used to fly, they did. Yeah.
But balls back then, they were class, mate. The look of them now, they all like fancy colours and all that, yeah?
Yeah.
Mate, it's literally like a balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why these dickheads can't control the ball. They touch it, it just bites us off. Yeah, Diego Forlan. That's when the Jubilani, bro, I swear down Glasgow. Yeah, Forlan smashed that every time, top wins. Yeah, that Jubilani ball, he knew what was going on with that.
Yeah. Not for Man United, man. He just didn't. He didn't do it at United, did he, man?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Just sit right, JB. Just sit right here. That's it right there.
Go full screen.
Wow,
that's it. Yeah,
you
I don't actually recognise it. I'll put my hands up.
Imagine Martin Odegaard trying to strike that and chip a toenail.
Tell you what, right? And then Jez will know when that used to get wet. That used to weigh even more.
Yeah. A bit.
Sod taking that in the face, isn't it?
I'll tell you, I used to have that. Yeah. Goalkeeper used to boot it up, mate. Used to have to get you in the old noggin on that. I'll tell you.
That's why they're all deluded now when they're commentating on fucking Arsenal. Alan Smith used to head balls like that.
I grew up playing with mitre balls in my league.
In balls, those footballs, they were made of pigskin. And when they were wet, I mean, they were like. They started off at 12 ounces, well, 16 ounces.
See, Jezza knows he was a ref, so he
Yeah, I
knew.
was like, yeah, he had to pump that air.
They started off at 16 ounces dry. And when I started refereeing down Hackney Marshes, right, in the winter, that fucking thing, that thing at the end of the game, you'd see people walking in like that.
Jez, I'm sure you've probably given me a red card, mate. I swear down.
Okay, well, red card.
I swear down. If you've refereed Hackney Marshes, I used to play all over there, mate. You've probably refereed me.
What did you play for? Oh, I'd know.
I played at Canning Town.
Canning Town, proper Canning Town.
I played for a team called Old Ilfordians. Who else did I play for? Oh,
Cobham. You said Cobham earlier, no?
I played at Cobham.
At Cobham, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Barking. I was at Barking as well. Isthmian League. Yeah.
Oh, great. Now, if you played at Barking in the Isthmian League,
yeah,
I refereed in the Isthmian League for 6 years.
He sent you off, mate. He sent you off.
I would have refereed.
Remember
Robs, BJB.
Yeah.
I would have definitely have refereed you at Barking.
Yeah.
No question.
But don't you get a fine? Like, even in them leagues, like, if you
we
get
used
sent
to
off,
get
it's
a fine.
like 50, like 25 quid, 50 quid or
We used
whatever.
to get fine, yeah.
Even for yellow cards, isn't it?
Yeah, tenner. What ours was back in the day, even as a kid, tenner.
I used to think I was a proper pro because there was me and about 6 other players. We used to get paid. We used to get a bit of money for playing.
You were a proper baller then, yeah?
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, you were just mates with the owner.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it was it was good. It was. Yeah, we had a good.
Look at
that.
that.
Remember the tango? That was light. That used to bounce all over the place. That did. Jeez.
Yeah, that was like, you get the air balls.
Yeah, that was.
Remember that ball was sick.
Good ball to play with. Do you remember the Japan and Korea ball? Adidas, the World Cup one. That was a fucking sick one. That was like champagne sort of colour, wasn't it? It had like a tree sort of thing like that.
Yeah.
That was a wicked ball, man.
Yeah, Matty, find that one. That ball there, though. That's like.
This is what I grew up playing with.
Yeah, fact. That ball right there, bruv. The streets don't fucking know, bruv.
Yeah, the gold one, yeah.
That ball right there, that is proper football.
Yeah.
That is proper football, bro. Yeah, you knew when the orange ball came out, it was snowing.
Frank the ball. Yeah,
Frank the ball. Pass the ball. Bergkamp. It's a shame we can't play it, mate.
Against Argentina, mate. What a goal.
Right, and he weren't even fucking around. He was playing against fucking, who was it? Ayala. That was up against
Roberto Ayala, mate.
Bergkamp was one of the best players ever.
Right, he found his way to America. The fucker couldn't go a fucking plane to Europe, though, could he? He got on the boat all the way to fucking America for the World Cup, though.
What a fucking player that geezer was.
Would you say he's
Can any of you remember?
I'm going to piss. I'll be back. I'm
Do
listening.
you remember the year the law changed on the back pass that referees were not allowed to pick up the ball?
Can I take
I'm going to say 1990.
90s. Yeah.
The goalkeeper weren't allowed to pick up the ball on the back pass.
90, we hit 93 or 94.
Oh, I'm going to say.
The only reason I know it's around in that frame because I remember I did it in the game and the referee
95, Jez.
I remember the referee when I played the referee. I passed it back and he said, "That's a penalty. That's a not a penalty, but a
indirect free kick."
And I said, "No, it's not." I said, "You can pass the ball back." He said, "No, they changed the rule."
Well, it actually came in 93, but it wasn't. No, hang on. It wasn't officially
95
made law till 94 because the referees gave allowance for amateur level, amateur semi-pro for a season to get used to the law.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember, there was a classic game at Arsenal, right, where our goalkeeper at the time, can you remember who he was?
What year?
Damon.
What year?
Yeah,
93, 94.
94.
That'd be Seaman, wouldn't it? That'd be.
Yeah.
Because Lukic left and then David Seaman joined him, innit? That'd be Seaman.
Oh, but we had 2 top goalkeepers. We're going to rotate them, sub them in and sub them out.
David
Lukic
Seaman.
left in 91, didn't he, or something like that?
David Seaman. No, it wasn't David Seaman. Who was it?
No, Lukic and Seaman. We had.
Because we got bought Seaman for 91, 92 from QPR.
He picked the ball up and he gave a penalty away.
Yeah, I think it was Seaman. Seaman.
He picked the ball up and gave a penalty away because he'd forgotten. The back pass came back to him and he picked the
But
ball
that's why Liverpool were fucking headache, because they just passed back to Bruce Grobbelaar. They just picked the fucking ball up.
And if that back pass
Alan Anderson and all
in place
that
in
man are fucking
89,
piece.
if that back pass rule had been in place in 89, we wouldn't have won the title. Because John Lukic, he got the back pass off of Kevin Richardson when he tackled Johnny Barnes.
But
Johnny
before that, when they had
Johnny
fucking
And he rolled it to
Dixon.
Yeah. We know
up
the
to
rest.
Smithy.
Yeah.
When they had fucking what's his name? Alan Anson. Alan Anson at centre half. Alan Anson at centre half. Yeah, they just passed it round the fucking back and then passed back to the keeper and picked the fucker up. Like, you're boring. Yeah, do you think we're boring now? Liverpool bored the shit out of you. Yeah, but guess what? They could go bang, King Kenny, goal. Yeah, Graham Souness, goal. Yeah, John Barnes, goal. Any of these men back in that day, yeah, at any point they score. Yeah, and it weren't boring. We're boring because we don't win. They were boring as worse than us. But guess what? Nobody could beat them. Literally, nobody could beat them.
What did I tell you back in the day when we sat down and watched those videos?
Look at that ball. Go on, mate. I love you. I love you, mate, man.
That is a ball and a half. That
Zoom in, mate. I'm going for a piss. I'll be back. But
That is my favourite ball. Like, everything about it.
Ian Rush, he's proper scouse, bruv.
Unbelievable ball. Unbelievable.
Look at
My
that.
favourite ever ball I've played with, ever.
That ball, yeah. I remember playing with that ball. I think that ball cost about £12 back in the day.
A lot of dough, yeah. Which is a lot of
Yeah,
dough.
and that was a lot of money for a football.
Yeah, a lot of
12
dough
quid,
now,
15
bro.
quid or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember slapping that ball and I was like, wow. Yeah, I caught that ball sweet and it used to swerve.
Well, I never see it sound like that.
Yeah, it's just used to, you catch it on the laces, it just go like that.
Yeah,
It weren't as bad as the Gibalani, but you catch it sweet, it just swerve.
The best ball.
But the mad thing with that ball, yeah, the lever had fallen off of that real fucking quick. Yeah, it fall off of that real fucking
We
quick.
play football over the cage, man. Obviously, it just gets hammered by the fucking concrete, and we're like, yeah, it's finished by like fucking. You know what I mean? You play it.
What was that shit football? What was that shit football we had where the fucking lever peeled off? Yeah, and it just had the fucking after the levers come off, it's got the fucking thing on it.
The fluffy bit.
Yeah, that fucking, and we used to fucking rinse that football, man. Yeah, what was that ball?
Can't remember.
Nah, it's crazy, man. I'm gonna piss out. I'm gonna piss. I'll be 30 seconds.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that we was watching videos, man. Back in the day, players had key components. It was they could head the ball.
Yeah.
They could shoot the ball. Everybody had a free kick, and people would die for balls.
Yeah. Absolutely, Matty. Football's changed now, man. They say it's changed for the better, but I beg to differ.
Position you play, Matty?
When I first started,
Position you play, brother. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. When I first started playing, I played midfield, and then the coaches were like, "Oh man, he's got a lot of speed," so then they moved me to forward, and so I was a center striker there. I was a center forward there for the longest until I got older. Then I went back into midfield. I got tired of sprinting, and then I just slowing the game. Now that's reading the game or whatever. But man, I still remember when I first started playing. I just remember I came home one day and then it was a Saturday, and my mom was like, "Yeah, you going out to the ball? You going out to Central City Park?" I said, "For what?" She said, "Oh, we signed you up to play soccer at that time." And so my cousins played, and so I used to watch them, and I was like, "Oh yeah, y'all signing me up for it?" I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay, well I'll do it." And I fell in love with it, man. All my other brothers play football, and if they play American
football. Fantastic, especially coming from like the US, like where you from, man. That's brilliant. Yeah, it's just a shame, isn't it? Yeah, it's brilliant. No, it's great.
I would have loved like the opportunities that these players are getting now, man. I would have killed to be able to have that kind of opportunity.
Exactly. They don't realise how lucky they are,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
Are they prepared this year? Are they prepared for the World Cup over there? You all prepared for it?
It's
No?
starting to get the buzz, but it's not at fever pitch yet. It won't hit until
Too early yet, and it too early yet. Too early.
It's starting to perk up a little bit in a couple of places, like here in Georgia. It's starting to pick up a little bit, but it's not fever pitch.
Will it be big though? Will it be big when it comes?
I don't know what the way things are going with this government. I have no idea how it's going to be. You know, that could be a whole different ball.
Yeah.
But if it goes according to plan, then it'll be a big one.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, man. Because the national team hasn't really.
No, we know that national United States national team. I'm not expecting anything from them at all. This is another case of you waited too late to sack the manager, and so he's got to try to build a team to try to compete, and it takes about you got to go through at least 2 cycles before
because now the long-term damage.
Yeah, exactly.
It's similar to what I've been saying about Arsenal. The longer it goes on, the longer the long-term damage happens.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna go get some sleep, guys. But
we are going to wrap. But before you go, DJ, very quickly,
yeah.
Bless up to you, mate. I didn't even know you had a channel.
Nor did I.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
I've kept it quiet because I was a bit. I'm in an.
Oh, shut up, man! Fucking get out of it.
Go for it. No, I was gonna. Right. I was gonna let you all loose on it, man. But it's just that
DJB has a channel. I've put it in the chat. Yeah, sub to him right now.
DJ, you've been a bit gay about it. You've been a bit gay about it because just go and do it, man. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Is he on fucking space? Oh, what? I mean, he must have been on space.
What are you doing here? Yeah, it's on 233 subs. Yeah, when we found out he had a channel, he was on 26. So keep subbing.
Oh man.
Yeah, come on. It's just gone up 20 straight away. Come on, shout your channel out. Shout your channel out, DJB.
It's the Arsenal huddle. DJB, the Arsenal huddle.
You need to check. You need to change the at on that. I'll speak to you anyway.
Yeah. Yes, I've got to get rid of that GQ whatever.
Yeah. Well, I can do that. Yeah, I'll speak to you. I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Yeah, but listen, guys. All I can say is, Jez, give me support. Aaron, support. Matty, support. Lee, honestly, I can't thank you enough. No, 100%. What can I say, guys?
I love talking football with you, man. Listen, you're a wealth of knowledge, man. Yeah. And you are the best signing of the season. Yeah, you were a market opportunity and you jumped on Matty's channel.
I did. I was fuming.
Bless up to Matty.
I can't remember the result that really rattled my cage. I can't remember what one it was. I mean, it might have been West Ham. I'm not sure. But yeah, I had to let loose on Matty's channel.
That was Edu.
Yes, it. And then the rest was.
What did you say he was? Yeah. What did you say he was?
Car boot salesman.
Yeah, and here we are. Now we've got Andrea Berta, mate. But DJ, listen, I appreciate your time always. I know you got to get up as well.
Jez, all the best.
Love always.
Aaron,
we're going to wrap in a second.
Matty, come on, my brother. And Lee, love you all. God, we've been on Potsies. We've done a lot of hours.
Well, we put all the top gooners in the bin. Yeah, they're all mortified, mate.
We did, and we've carried on.
Standing ovation for you, mate.
Yeah, I was just going to say he got the Puskas today. He got the Puskas Award today.
He got the Puskas Award. He got the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Player of the Year, Team of the Season. Like he got everything.
Jez, your story is legendary. I'm going to tell someone that story, man, if you don't mind. That's legendary. About the lake. That's hilarious.
And DJ, before you go, 100%, you and Jezza need to go back, for the games that you played as a player and he refed as a ref,
We'll do
guarantee he sent you off at some point. And I guarantee it's for you talking back at him.
You'll have to go through, Jez. If you can remember, if you refereed any barking games, if you can give me the dates and who you refereed against, I'll let you know if I played in it.
Funny enough, my friend, I've got very good match reports. I have got...
I love it,
mate.
As a referee.
Oh, don't dig them out. You'll probably come across my name, mate, that you sent me off.
Guarantee you got it.
100% he's had a red card for talking back to the ref. Percent.
As a referee,
He's Bruno Fernandes.
You remember,
Conscious,
BJ, you had to put in a match report. If you send
You
a
did.
player or a sending off, you had to put a double match report in, right? One to your club and one to the FA of whatever region you're refereeing in. And if you sent somebody off for foul and abusive language, you had to put it in 2 envelopes. You had to put the first envelope, say this contains foul and abusive language, so you didn't offend any ladies that were opening the envelope, right? And that would then go before the committee, and it would be like £30 fine back or whatever back in the day. And then I have every one of mine that I sent in. Probably 300.
Jez, we won't go through them. No, we will. No, we will. We'll have a chat, mate. We'll have a chat. We'll have a chat.
All right, we need to see. You need to do this, Jezza. Find it, speak to each other, and then do a stream and show it.
Well, me and DJ will talk privately.
Yeah.
I need to find his real name, and if I have got him, I'll expose him and say you.
DJ B exposed. DJ B robbed. DJ B.
Yes, I probably still ain't paid the fine, mate. So be careful.
Hey, he's got interest now, brothers.
Fine.
I'll tell you what.
Or my old manager will probably watch, phone me up and say, "Oh, you've caught him all last. He owes me 20 quid."
I'm a scoot out as well.
Yeah, we're going to wrap anyway, mate. We're going to wrap.
Yeah,
anyway.
you take it easy, guys. All the best to you. Bless up.
Big up,
yeah,
DJ,
bless you all. Bless you all. Bye, chat. Bless you all. Chat. Take it easy.
Make sure you sub to DJ's channel 264. Yeah, DJ B's channel. Yeah.
Bless up the chat. Stay safe, everyone. Bye,
bless up, bro. Yeah, I'm going to put it in the chat. Matty, what you got coming up, man?
Brother, we'll be back for the Guard of Honor.
Say that again, Matty.
The Guard of Honor this weekend that I predicted, that I told everybody was coming down the pipe. I told people that Guard of Honor was coming. People
when we watched them beat us or draw with us in the preseason, Salah went through. You said, Matty, I swear down. You said, look at that. 1-2 passes, they're in. Yeah, we're in for a long season.
Yep, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed, and nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. More of the same. More of the same.
Nah, bless up. Southern Guna is pinned. Aaron, let me get these 2 super chats real quick. DJ B, how good was Mateo? Oh, sorry, brother. Loads of Mateus. And the old AC Milan team was ridiculous. Marco van Basten is also one of the greatest. His career ended soon. He ended by what, 28?
Yeah, he was young when he retired.
He's not finished. He's 28 when he was finished. But I swear down, yeah. When I speak to my dad, yeah, because I see Van Basten. Yeah, but my dad seen the whole of Van Basten. He was like, different level, mate. There ain't no one like that. R9, he'll put above him. And now, bless up to you, Gianni. Big up to SJ14. Annual prediction, Arsenal-Liverpool. Bless up from New Zealand. That's where Jez's son lives. Bless up to you.
Liverpool 3, Arsenal 1.
2-1, Liverpool. Aaron?
What's that? Predictions? Yeah, 2-1
for Liverpool.
Yeah, 2-1.
Jezza?
Yeah, full house.
I'm gonna go 1-1 actually.
Yeah, so we still don't get a win there. Cool. Aaron, shout your channel out, bro. It's pinned comment as well. Pinned comment has got everyone's links. So sub to all of them.
Yeah, man. I think I'm just shy of 900. I'm not too far away from the old 1K, so I'm nearly there. Next thing I'm doing, I think, is for the Liverpool game. I do a last 10, so it's a watch along. I don't do the full watch along because I don't really like them that much. Last 10 minutes of the watch along, which is synced into a live match reaction, and then after the reaction, we do a roll up call-in show. So I merge 3 into 1 for about an hour. So yeah, join me for that if you fancy it. If you're not watching this superstar, that is. But yeah, big up, man. Thank you for having me, of course.
No, this has been a sick, man. Big up, Jezza, man.
It's been a great stream, man.
Yeah, Jezza, that story about that was funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. Yeah, because you're stressed. It's cost you a fortune. Yeah, But just the way you were explaining it was fucking hilarious. But go on, Jez, shout your channel out. What you got coming?
I'm not stressed.
Just swerve the fan cams, swerve everything, mate. Do what you got to do.
I'm not stressed about it. It's when you deal with people abroad, and you know yourself living in Spain, you don't quite get it, and they like to fleece you out of it. I'm not bothered about it. We'll sort it out. It's going to cost a few quid, but I'll sort it. But hey, whatever. Yeah, it's Arsenal history more, and it's been a great season working with these great people: Matty, Aaron, Lee, of course, absolute legends. It's been great, and I'll be doing a couple of shows, finishing off part 2 of the George Graham era next Tuesday. And maybe fan cams, the Monday podcasts, and brilliant.
We're going to rate Jester. Yeah, he's playing. What's he playing? GTWS Nations Lobbies and Daily C, whatever the fuck that means. Yeah, so we're going to rate this nutty Aussie. Make sure you sub to him. Make sure you sub to all the guys. Listen, I'm literally 77 subs away from 124k. So get subbing to me.
Oh, wow.
Get subbing to Matty. Matty, what's your total runner?
4k.
Come on.
Get out.
I knew it. Aaron, how far from 1k?
I don't know. I'm on 881 at the minute.
Come on.
881.
Yeah, let's get him there this weekend.
119. Let's go. Yeah, pin comment. Jezza, what are you on?
I'm 120, I think, away from 7k.
Right, we've still got 1,500 live. Yeah. All of us right now need to hit the next target. Let's go. We're going to rate Jester. You've got education level 100, reminiscing level 100. Yeah. Fact-based evidence 100, knowledge 100, no filter 100. And guess what? 100, I'm going to bed, mate. So on that bombshell, I might be live with rants, but I'm not sure. He hasn't replied. Yeah, but worst ways, or best ways, sorry, it'll be 1 p.m. UK. So listen, I'm going to bed. Matey's going to bed. Aaron, Jez, DJ, bless up to all you guys in the chat. Love for the comments, likes, shares, donations, subs. Big ups to everyone. We're out. Raid Jester. What should we raid him? Roberto Di Matteo, mate. Raid. Roberto Di Matteo, mate. Raid. We're out. Laters.